Hello, hello. Might have guests, might not. I'm going to stream my game and talk to myself randomly. Please, please clap. Still have to get it up the stream snipe myself, so I have something to do. Hey, Kip, what's going on? Hey, is your health okay? I thought someone kind of hinted around that maybe you weren't feeling so good lately, so I just thought I'd publicly ask you on my award-winning stream if you're doing okay. Good. As long as those issues are good now. Hopefully, they're not as bad as like a burning urethra from a Popeye's chicken. Anything's better than a burning urethra, unless you have two. Then it's like double the pain. I had no, thank God it's okay. Thank God. I was praying for your penis. I was. It's part of my prayers at the end of the night to just I started penciling that in, just to play it safe. I'm going to pray for everyone's penis from now on. I really should learn how to use this shit instead of trying to remember how to do this bullshit. Ugh, it's too close. Where am I going? I had the most random dream. I don't know if Matt's in here yet, or maybe take the day off. He's not beholden. He doesn't have to come to the stream. But I had this random dream, and he was in it, and it was a TV show, and he was Matt Hibner. He was a detective, but he only detectived the, if that's a word, mail fraud. So if it was anything else, he would have nothing to do with it. And even if his expertise could lend it a hand, then but if it was mail fraud, he was all over it. No one could step in. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm gaming and, well, listening to myself. Yeah, just There it is. God damn it. I hate it when I forget how to do shit. Yay, there's my game. Now I remembered. So if I keep doing this, eventually I'll like remember how to do it like those good streamers do. I'm just fucking around with the windows now. Ugh, it's too much. I'm over here. Yeah, that's probably about right. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to be playing a CM Punk live event so I can unlock a new card. So I gotta, and you have to pick a specific one to play this event, and it's Toy Titans Seth Rollins. So I can't use this Seth Rollins. Hey Norm, what's going on? I just now really getting started because I forgot how to do everything again. So I'm doing it my janky way. I'm stream sniping myself. I'm stream sniping one of my like extra YouTube channels, and I'm getting ready to play a CM Punk live event. I asked people to come on, but no one got back to me, so I'm just gaming. Norm, did you do any streaming this week? I didn't get an alert if you did. I'm never going to be able to say your name. I'm always going to say Norm with an O. Oh, God damn it. New content must sync. What happens if I do this? This might look better. Oh, no. I'm at theater mode. I don't have any chat because no one subscribed to it because it's an unadvertised YouTube. Did I tell you about that random dream I had? I had this dream that Matt was like he was in a TV show, and he was Matt Hibner, and he's the postal he's a detective for mail fraud, only mail fraud. And I keep seeing him in a suit, and he's taking a badge out, and he's going, Matt Hibner, mail fraud. I guess that could lean itself into other things. It could be like male model fraud. But, it's like those dreams. They only last like 5 minutes. So it's like, I mean, actually, probably less than that. Oh, these suck. There's no point in even trying to do those. Now I got to get back to the CM Punk event. Okay, this might not. No, he had clothes on. Thank God. I mean, I wouldn't want to objectify him or anything like that. That's in poor taste. Oh God. Oh, it's an elimination chamber. Okay, this might not be too bad. But he's got, see, if you look down, CM Punk, he has 3 finishers ready to go, and I have none. So you know what I want to do? I want to do something completely cheap, and I'm just going to run from him because it's Elimination Chamber. And as long as I like outlast him a second and just stay away from him, then someone else will come in and I'll let them fight out. And they're all CM Punks. You see, I thought it's like that dream. It has a lot of gimmicks like built in. You know, you could have people, you know, like he investigates people that are like, you know, abusing the postal machines. You know, like getting you know, mailing out postage at a cheaper rate than you or I, like totally screwing the system. Yeah, now they're fighting. Fuck them. Let them beat the shit out of each other. See, I wouldn't even bother playing this match, but you know, I wouldn't volunteer to play it. But there's a card to unlock should I win. And I'm about to find out if I can concentrate on trying to talk and like playing a match that could be kind of hard. God damn it, pin him. Please don't come after me. Go after one of them. Nope, he's coming after me. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. I was trying to get another taunt in. The taunts give you more points. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that was good. I blocked it. Thank Christ. Now I'm gonna fucking run again. Well, he's just staring at me. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. It's hard for me to get my timing down for kickouts. I've never figured it out. Ever since these games went away from like button mashing, which is fine, you know. Oh, shit. Don't you fucking do it. Oh. I mean, luckily, this is a weak move, so it don't matter. I'm gonna get one of them eliminated. Oh, shit. Okay, one of the CM Punks is eliminated. Oh, god damn it. Run away from this asshole. God damn it. All right, 2 CM Punks down. Now this one's coming for me. Fucking fucker. Now time to hit him with the stomp. I guess someone told him to quit calling it the curb stomp because that invokes images of Edward Norton. I think even in the game they don't. God damn it! Good, stunned again. Oh fuck! He went for the pin at the same time I did. That's giving him time to kick out. Okay, so we got. I'm down. I got 2 more CM Punks. So I'm gonna let these assholes fight it out. Why are you throwing him in the ring? You can beat him out there. Still, the AI is pretty stupid when they're fighting each other. Now, if one of them was fighting me, it would be like playing like a 5-star epic, opponent that just knows how to do everything. When they fight each other, they are dumber than shit. All right, one to go. Okay, he's stunned. Getting some extra stomps in just to try to make sure that asshole stays down. Yay! I won the match. Now I've got to beat it 3 more times to unlock all the cards. All that only gave me 181 points that I can use to spend. It's called MFP, but it's points. See, like right now. Oh no, I didn't get all the. Oh shit! No, I freaking forgot. I was so focused on winning the match, I forgot I've got to do certain objectives. So I still technically didn't win, even though I won the match. I didn't complete all my objectives, so I still got to beat that goddamn thing 4 more times. Hey Matt, I've just been pitching the executives this week about Nat Hibner, mail fraud detective, and trying to get that off the ground. I mean, I figure you might want to act in it, considering it's your name. And ever since I had that like 5-minute dream, it's like I've just been racking my brain for like different ways that gimmick could go, because it's like there's the obvious mail fraud where it's just nothing, it's all postage related. I mean, if you feel like, I mean, it's your name. I'm the idea man. I'm the idea man. If anything I say goes, makes you, gives you, tickles your taint and wanting to do a sketch, you fucking do it. But this is like, so So the first thoughts was like, you're in the mail fraud division, but you're not just there. You truly love the postal system, and you have favorites. It's like FedEx, UPS, USPS. They're all one happy family, and you want to look out for those departments more than anything. It's your Asperger's autism thing. So it bends you just completely out of shape whenever you hear about someone like hijacking one of those office postage machines and like sending mail out for pennies or even dollars less than other people. I don't know. That must be a commercial I haven't seen. Oh God, I'm fucking forgetting to even put the goddamn chats on the screen. That's how bad I am at multitasking. Um, but so there's that aspect of it. Like you show up, you grill people. It's like just how could you, based on the current rates of 37 cents, and you mailed this on October the 28th, but it shows that you only spent 33 cents. And there's that. Then there's just the play on words. It could be mail fraud, like mail model fraud. Uh, And what else? There has to be other males, but male model fraud. It's like you're no male model. I know male models, and you're not one of them, sir. Uh, Anything that has to do with delivery, postage, that's your thing. You could do it like uh, what is it? Police squad. It would be a modern day police squad, but it would just only be about the mail. So it would be that narrow. So it only lasts the season. Then the joke would play out. If you're wanting something that is cheaper than shit and has some flavor, these sparkling ices are okay. Um, but here's the thing: it's not something you want to drink at night. They taste pretty good, but if you like wake up in the middle of the night with like dry mouth, they don't quench your thirst. Your mouth goes back to being dry in like 2 seconds. And I wish I understood why that happens with some drinks more than others. Like for me, I can't wake up in the middle of the night and drink water. Like if I drink water, it's like two things are going to happen. It's not going to like my mouth's going to dry right back out, and I'm going to end up having to pee in 30 minutes because when they say goes through you like water, I'm the worst for that. It's like I have to avoid water at all costs at night. I have to drink something that I guess you have to digest a little bit so it doesn't go through me like water, like those like the Logan Paul Prime drinks. Now those are perfect for me. Like I can take a swig of one of those and go right back to sleep. But yeah, so I have to like chew on fucking candies and shit. I don't know. Does anyone in the chat right now have fucking dry mouth from hell like I do? It sucks. That would be it. Has like someone. This is the interior monologue. You would be saying this to yourself while the camera is like showing you drive to like a destination, like a destination for one of your investigations, and you'd be saying to yourself, "Someone tried to mail a cat. Pussy trafficking on my watch? Nope." uh, I can't do anything. I'm hopeless, guys. Hey, Matt, what are you doing some streaming this week? You had a good idea about like talking about like real good idea, like the old carny wrestling. I've always been fascinated with like exactly when, and I'm sure it was different in different parts of the country. It's not like it was a coordinated effort, but about when did people have the idea? It's like, God damn, it's like we're killing ourselves out there. We're fucking rolling around and uh, arm barring each other for a fucking hour. This is a nightmare. It's like we gotta shorten these matches fucking down a little bit. It's like, and then someone goes, wait, I have an idea. It's like, what if it's like a play? And then someone in the room like rubs their chin. It's like, yes, go on. It's like, okay, so instead of us going out there bear hugging each other, arm barring each other for fucking hours on end and this is before arenas with air conditioning. A lot of times these people were having matches out in the elements, so you could be having like a real match in Texas in the middle of summer. I'll buy it. Oh yeah, I've used that. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Let me get you the link, buddy. You come on. We'll talk it out instead of me talking to the chat and then waiting for a response. And then you have to wonder, it's like, do I understand what you said or not? Because I can't multitask. Okay, you should be getting an email here in about a minute, I think. I'm just going to reply to the most recent one. I got to get through 3 days this week. And then I can go back to I can just zone out. Oh, time, man. Now I know that they have a couple of different products. If like I know they have one. It's kind of not like a spray. It's like a gel, and it's supposed to like stay in your mouth a little bit to help you basically salivate. I don't know another way to put it. I know they have that. I tried these one things, Kip. I don't know if you ever did. They were like candies, but they were like discs. So like the top of the disc is like almost flat. So you'd get it wet and it would stick to the roof of your mouth. So, and the way the candy was made, it wouldn't like digest, I guess, whatever you want to call it, in your mouth too fast. So you could like, it would help your mouth stay up. God damn, I can't think for shit today. This is what sucks about being a crazy person. It's like words and sentences don't always want to come out of my mouth. But maybe that's my charm. I don't know. But I've used all sorts of stuff. It's like I'm always on the lookout for like a drink that won't go through me like water and won't like wake me up either. So obviously I can't wake up in the middle of the night and drink a Monster because there's a chance that'll just wake me the fuck up. And soda might wake me up. Okay, Matt's gonna come on, and he's got to boot up the PC. And I'm on the lookout on the well, I gotta also learn my directions. So it's to my left, but it's also stage left, and like looking at the mirror. I wonder if Earl wants to do that latest pay-per-view. I ain't watched it yet. Those past couple were pretty torturous to sit through. I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, I had the Lawson's first went like, and then got prescribed vodka. Yeah, the one I got, it's not a prescription. Oh, okay. Vitamin water with liquid IV in it. Okay. So you must have something similar to me. I'm assuming your mouth dries out pretty easy too. It's like I'm drinking all day long. Like, I mean, I never stop. I worked with this one son of a bitch that I thought he was a goddamn camel. I never seen this motherfucker drink anything ever unless we were like all forced to go to like like a work lunch together. I was like, how's this? And this son of a bitch fucking smoked. He smoked like a goddamn freight train. And back when I smoked, that made me having to drink soda and Monster even worse. You couldn't like smoke cigarettes and like drink water. That's sick. That's sickening. You may as well just spit in a fucking ashtray and then lick it up. and for those that have never smoked, don't. First off, don't. But oh my God. Getting that fucking smell out of your clothes, Jesus Christ. I mean, basically, I've threw away everything. Oh, yours are fucked too. Yeah, Kip Smith's yeah. Well, okay, but I don't know if you saw if you were in the middle of a game. This shit, it's kind of reflecting, is awful. I mean, it tastes okay if you just want something that tastes good. But this shit, the second you drink it, your mouth is dry again. It's so bad. But it tastes good. So for like that 1 second that you're drinking it, like right now it's good, and now it's bad. Don't worry, man. There's no rush. You get on when you get on. I didn't know if anyone wanted to hang out tonight or not. So I'm just playing it safe. If I don't know if anyone wants to hang out or not, I'm just gonna play my game and see if anyone stops by the chat. I'm gonna have if his schedule works out, I'm gonna have Jimmy the Lip on pretty soon. I get along with him good. Hey, Thompson, thanks for coming by. Well, we're talking. Oh, I was wanting to ask you again to be nosy. I know you had that problem a while back. Like, you know me, I get tongue tied and I can't barely remember shit anymore because of my crazy meds. It's like, but your health, what went wrong with your leg-ish or ankle-ish area? How are you with that? Are you able to? Well, I don't know that Karmic would want to come on. I mean, my show is so microscopic. I don't, I wouldn't mind. And I know it would help me, even just being like totally selfish. Like, I'm sure people would be like, well, what the fuck is he doing going on the clown's channel? But if he wanted to come on, I'd have him, but I don't want to pester nobody. Plus, it's like, I don't know. If he wants to, though, if you ask him, I'll have him on any time. Just know that I always tell everybody, man, I'm Switzerland or Sweden. I don't want to be in the middle of feuding. I try to get along with everybody. Life's too short. Every fucking day, I'm convinced I'm gonna get a letter in the mail, and I'm gonna open it. It's gonna be from another doctor that isn't me. It's gonna be from Dr. Smith, and he's gonna go, Dr. Harley Quinn. It's like, you have the herpes. I'm like, oh my God, no! And then it's gonna say, just kidding. You have cancer AIDS. I just try to get along. You all know me, I think. Still in physical therapy. You can walk now. Oh yeah, I want to see it, but I won't put it on the screen. In fact, I probably wouldn't be able to fit. You're lucky I've even got this game up. Yes, I want to see the photo. You follow me on the Twitter, don't you? If you don't, I could just put my email. I can't. No, I can't. Get. Oh, I don't know. I don't. Oh, going back up to. I don't know. I mean, hey, there's Matt.
Hello.
Oh God, I didn't even know I could do this. I've got me and you on the screen in my game.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And I can't hear you, so I don't know if that's a me thing or a you thing.
Hello. Any better? Hello.
It does not show me that I have you muted or anything.
I'm not muted on my end.
Maybe it's a me thing.
Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Testing.
I'll put it in the chat.
Testing. 1 2 3.
And I still can't hear you, Matt. So I don't know if you're having mic problem. On my end, it has you not muted or anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it could be my problem. So I'm going to unplug this. Turn everything's turned up.
Hello. Testing. 1 2 3. Testing. Hello.
See, now you're muted because I hit mute on you. Now you're unmuted.
Hello.
Hey, Norm, can you hear Matt? Or is Matt muted to you?
That's a good question. Hello.
Best I can do is try to do like what I do in the video game. If you look down the screen there should be an icon with if you're still hearing me, there should be an icon that has the microphone, and you click on the arrow going up, and then you just look and see if you're muted in that, because you're definitely not muted from me. So you could hear him. Okay. So that was a fucking neat.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Does it work? Hello.
They say that they can hear you, but I can't hear you. So It's a me problem. So give me a second. It's a me problem. It's definitely not you. Somehow you are not muted. God,
well, you know what that means.
Oh.
Hello, I hear you.
Usually there's now we're both full screen. God damn, why the fuck can I not figure out how I have obviously, he's still good, but I have fucked up somehow.
I'm just going to keep on talking until somebody tells me not to. You know, Vince McMahon is quite a horrible criminal and molester. We know now, with hindsight, that he was doing all kinds of bad stuff to young women and ring boys and all kinds of stuff. So when I hold up Vince McMahon's ugly mug
Now
with
I
his
can fucking hear you. God
All
damn it, I
right.
fucked up.
Let's go.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Thank God I'm not popular. Yeah, so I am. All right, here, do a test for me again.
1, 2, 3. Hello.
Okay, now you're coming. Somehow, okay, so just so I can share with everybody my stupidity here. Like on my end, there's and I'm assuming it looks the same for you, but I guess I'll have more options because I'm the owner or whatever you call it. Bottom left where microphone. Oh, and he fell. Oh my God. I'm like, everything's going wrong today.
It's more entertaining when shit goes wrong.
Oh, yeah. But on the bottom left, right, not left, right, on the bottom, there's a microphone symbol. And like, when you click on it, you can mute or unmute everybody. And then there's the audio output settings. And there's like 4. There's one that's, I have no fucking clue what it is. It's something, it's a default with a bunch of numbers and letters. Don't know what that is. Then there's, and that's what it was on. And that's why it was silent to me and I couldn't hear shit. Hey, Spurg. And then the next normal one is the MacBook Air speakers, but I know that can sometimes create like a weird echo. And then where I had the headphones plugged in, what you wanted to do to make sure that there was no echo or anything, there's the external headphones. So that's what I had to click it to. So that's why I was convinced for a second that damn it, you've muted yourself and you refuse to unmute yourself and it's your problem and not mine. But then I found out it was mine. I had to wait for the fucking chat to tell me that they could hear you just fine. I'm like, oh shit.
Come on, give me some credit, bro. Come on. It's not my first rodeo.
Yeah. So
So okay, whoa, hello.
I'm just fucking around with the sizes.
Whoa! Too close.
That's too close too.
I don't care. I'm fine. I'm okay with my looks. I've taken a lot of abuse over the years for how gruesome looking I am, but I like to think that I'm in the same vein as like Christopher Lee. Yeah. And when I get old enough, I'll be really terrifying looking. So that'll be fun.
Oh no, you'll end up with that like distinguished look. It's like a. So, my mic is way over there. God damn, I'm professional. Spurg Snake, thanks for stopping by the stream, Spurg.
Come on in, guys. Come on in.
But yeah, they were asking me. I think A. Thompson was asking me to have like Karmic on, which I know you don't know much about, but he's
I know that guy. Get him on here. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know that he'd want to. Plus, he's always seems to be feuding with somebody, and I'm trying to be like Switzerland and all this shit. Wait, is it Switzerland or is it Sweden or was it both that try to stay neutral in all the drama of this universe?
Well, that was a lie because it was the Swiss, and they took a bunch of gold and money. By being neutral, they became sort of like a banking center, and all of the war hogs and they put all their money there. So it's all of World War II is a giant like crock, and it was all made by bankers and industrialists to cash in and murder a bunch of people. So, but we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. Let's either talk about postal justice.
No, let's talk more about Nazi Germany.
Yay! Let's go.
My knowledge is less than bullet point. My knowledge is enough to crack a few jokes, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
But over here, like, well, it's like when General Slabadada did the Herbert. I wouldn't know what the fuck it meant.
I'm not into all that. I mean, I'm too stupid to remember numbers and stuff. But I just, I'd like to know who's behind things when things happen, and it's never who the media tells you who it is.
Oh,
so
God, no.
You always got to dig deeper to find out who's to blame on things.
Yeah, and the history's always written by the winners, so that's
sometimes the winners are not very honest.
Yeah, that's where we got that 6 million number.
It pops up a lot. I see that number all over the place, and it's like, man, that's quite a coincidence.
That's an awfully high number. so there is that. But yeah, we wanted to. Have you met? I'm going to have Jimmy the Lip on here in the next few weeks. Have you met him?
Yeah. Okay,
good.
I mean, not one-on-one, but I'm in his chat pretty frequently because he's into all the conspiracy stuff. And
yeah,
I'd say that him and I agree on more things than we disagree on. So that's good,
Yeah, he's a good guy, and his stream is just entertaining. He puts a lot of effort in it, like Dylan. Different type of effort because his looks like how yours looks, that weird liquid television shit that you all do. That's really cool looking for me and real interesting for me to like observe and absorb.
Yeah, Jimmy's kind of a marathon man because he'll go for hours and hours, and dude, after 1 hour, I get tired. I'm old, so good on Jimmy.
We can't say this what Norm just said. We don't say any of this. So I'm hiding this, and shame on you. Shame on you for saying that.
Shame. But so real quick, did you want to get into postal justice or the history of wrestling and its criminal elements?
Well, now I've done no prep on the olden history of wrestling, so I wouldn't have much. I would obviously it'd just be a fun conversation, but I'll have no facts. It would just be like what I think happened. So we can still talk about it though, obviously. But then there's the postal fraud detective that you're going to become when we get your sitcom launched.
Yeah, that's pretty intriguing. I think that premise lends itself really well to a variety of jokes and situations. Like you said, a police squad. Mm-hmm. So we can. It's a police procedural comedy, but it also mixes in postal stuff, mail jokes, and mailing different things that are kind of weird things, or it could kind of have like a little bit of a Reno 911 flavor too. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get. I mean, you could really stretch it out like quite a few. Maybe even a couple of seasons, as long as you did it smart. Because how you just put it, there's the cost of postage. There's that aspect of it. So you have a whole series of episodes that are about that because you'd have to. And then you'd have a whole series of like shit being mailed that shouldn't be mailed, like exotic animals and prostitutes. And then just like, just fake stuff like, I don't know, mailing a dead body or mailing a severed hand to someone to send a message. It's like, because that's where I see the comedy in like, there's this big investigation going on over here, and we'll just call it the real detective world, where they're investigating where, I don't know, it's like, let's say it's like a hostage negotiation thing going on, and they chop off the fucker's hand and mail it to send a message. But because they did that, now they just stepped into your territory.
Yep.
Now you just like kind of bust in. It's like, hey, you know what? I wasn't part of this game, but now I am.
Yeah, right. No, it'll be great because then the homicide detectives are going to be there on the scene of the crime, and here comes this guy dressed in like a pseudo male outfit,
Uh-huh.
and it'll be like in my mind, it's a mailman with a trench coat, and that's with the stupid hat and everything. Like nothing special, just an average postal outfit, but with a cool trench coat. And he
Yeah.
shows up, and it's like, oh, having a hard time solving this mystery, huh? Well, yeah, the corpse is missing its head and missing its hands. We can't identify him. Oh yeah, check this out. Bam! And I bring the box. This was intercepted on its way to Toledo. We got it, baby.
And I was seeing things like post dream. It was like, okay, so like maybe one of the reasons you got into this line of work is maybe you had a relative that was like the postmaster general, and like it kind of like maybe you have your own Dexter's dad. So like maybe he's like kind of like a ghost that appears in your mind, and you'll talk to him and bounce ideas off of him. Or maybe you'll just have like a photograph in your office that you'll just go to him and just like talk your problems out. Like, Dad, I don't know what's going on with this. We've got da 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 going on. You're just staring at this this picture of a proud postmaster general,
right? Yeah,
official photograph that he took when he got the job.
Yeah, totally. He's like the patriarch. Everybody looks up to him as the family, moral example to live up to.
Yes.
And oh man, I had another good one, but yeah, I want to steal an idea. So I had a buddy that actually was a published writer at one point, and he made his own trilogy of police procedurals that involved a detective in Hollywood, but he used to be a college historian, and he dropped out of being a history professor to become a detective. So he's a detective with historical knowledge, and it doesn't end up being as great as you might think it would, but I kind of want to take that idea where it's like, yeah, I was on track to being like, in the FBI or CIA or whatever, but then I looked up to that painting of my uncle, grandpa, dad, or whoever, and but I gotta stay with the postal stuff, and so I dropped out of my CIA training to become a postmaster investigator.
Oh yeah, there's so many ways to go with it, and I just thought it's so random because I wish you could have been there for the dream because your voice was there, everything was there. It wasn't just I just saw a picture. It was like you had a suit on, you did the thing where you flipped out the badge, and you're like Matt Hebner, mail fraud. No, it was detective, mail fraud division. Woke up going, why? And then it's like I do have these like lucid dreams all the time too. Some of them are frightening, some of them aren't. Some of them are frightening in that way. It's like, well, I don't really know why it's frightening because nothing really happened. It was just creepy. Like one time I had a dream that I was at like my grandparents' house, and I went up into their attic, and their attic was full of nothing but antique dolls. And all the dolls turned their head and looked at me at the same time.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
So it's not like I got attacked or anything, but it's still the fact that happened. And I had that dream not too long ago. And that dream, I started screaming in real life. Because when I woke up, I was going, ah! And then as soon as I like caught my surroundings, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I'm not an addict. I'm here and I'm looking at my TV. And I started laughing, but I was kind of mad that it woke me up all the way.
No,
I'm all the way awake now.
I haven't had a dream like that in so fucking long because I'm a dirty, disgusting pothead, and when you smoke a lot of pot, like a lot, like I do, you don't have any dreams anymore. It kills your subconscious. So I really kind of don't. I don't dream. I rarely dream. The last time I had a dream like that, I had to quit smoking for like a month or two, and And every night I was having vivid nightmares of being killed, my family being killed.
Jesus.
I would wake up in horrible stress and anxiety and sweating and shit. It's like I kind of can't stop smoking because the moment I do, I'm a nervous wreck. So I'm gonna smoke into the grave, I guess.
Well, it's one thing you get to do that I don't. It's like down over here. That's one of the drawbacks of living here. It's like you know, can't get it. You know, you have to to even get it here. You got to jump through like 10 million hoops, and basically it has to be proven to be a medical thing or whatever, and there's no way they would ever approve me for it. So I'm just stuck doing nothing and occasionally having, an alcoholic beverage. Uh, which I always found weird. I mean, I know I'm not the only guy that has that argument. It's like you have alcohol, which does so much damage to your body, and pot does no damage to you whatsoever, except maybe make you hungry and maybe make
I got to tell you, buddy, I've been a heavy pot smoker since about 13 years old.
Yeah.
I've wasted untold hundreds of thousands of dollars on it over the 30 something years I've been smoking.
Yeah.
It does affect you. It affects your stamina, like your cardiovascular. It affects your lungs, so you can't breathe as well. You don't get as much oxygen when you breathe. Yes, it does make you hungry, but then it's like kind of irrationally hungry. And even when you stop smoking, you still end up kind of having like a bad diet because you already know this, where it's like if you overeat, your stomach expands. And then the moment that you don't eat that much anymore, you feel hungry when you're not really supposed to be hungry. Mm-hmm. And so it affects that. And then for me personally, without it, I have bad dreams and I can't sleep at night. So I don't know. I can say for certain that there are times where I stop smoking because I get sick or I just I want to clean up for a while, and all of a sudden I feel 10 years younger. But I'm also like mentally a wreck. So like I have all kinds of power and stamina and I get everything done and I'm not tired anymore. But I'm also like fucking tripping out, like, it's just, it's a debilitating addiction. What can I say?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, I hadn't heard that word used with pot very often.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people paint it to be like this Cheech and Chong thing where you just smoke. If you smoke enough, you giggle and laugh at the wall. I smoke so much so heavily that I don't even really get high anymore. It's just like, this is my default state. I smoked right before I jumped on, and I'm not over here like, yeah, man, you're so funny, bro. Wow. No, that's like amateur when you first start smoking. You get like that, you get all silly and shit. But for me, it just like it levels me out really nice, and I feel normal and I feel coherent.
I tell you, okay, so the first time that I ever got high was this. I was working fast food, and I was new and I was being trained. So, I'm a teenager, right? And this cute girl that was training me, she was like, hey, you want to go out by the dumpster and not fuck me, but have some marijuana? I was like, damn it. I was like, well, okay. So I go out there and we share a joint or whatever. I come back in, she's like pretty much normal and just goes back to work. And mine was like something out of a movie. It was almost like I became like hyper fucking aware of everything around me.
Yeah.
And like, to me, it was like people were talking to me, but they were muffled.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then it was like, so for the first bit, everything was funny. I mean, everything was funny. Like a folded dish rag was funny. And then something happened that made me
that wouldn't have even in real life made me paranoid at all, but in that state made me paranoid, and it made me like the worst paranoid I've ever been in my life. And then it was like the train went off the rails after that. It was like I wanted it to end because I could not shake this paranoia feeling. And it was like creating all the thoughts of like, the police are gonna know that I'm one of them dope smokers, and they're gonna come here to the fast food restaurant. They're gonna arrest me and that girl, and then she's definitely never gonna fuck me. Because I got her busted.
Well, just to be fair, that when you went out there to go smoke with her, the smoking might lead to something because she might get all amped up. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, I only had like a couple of good highs in my entire life, and I had to be completely by myself. Doing basically nothing but listening to music.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, like in the early days when smoking really did get me high, like music was just like everything, dude. I would put on like a black light in my room and listen to music by myself and go on little like, half asleep dreams, little flights of fancy. I'm talking like 16, 17 years old. And high school sucks. Everybody hates me. I cut school constantly with all the other degenerate kids that are all the other losers, which is funny because my high school had a 30% graduation rate.
Really?
Guess which side I fell on.
Okay. I'm
Never
assuming
mind.
you did not.
Yeah, let's just say it took me a lot longer to get myself together than some of the other kids. But I came from a shitty home, so I feel like I turned out all right compared to my siblings and my friends and peers that had similar situations in life. So
Yeah. No, it's like, I mean, I hate to even go down to the gateway drug part of it, but I did know some people that started out innocently enough with just, the weed, and then they got into really fucking hard shit and they OD'd and died. One guy was like, he was a good friend of mine, but I would lose touch with him all the time, off and on from high school. And like, he was one of those guys. Actually, he actually reminds me, personality wise, like 90% of like Jimmy the Lip randomly. It was like, so whenever I started seeing Jimmy the Lip, it was like, oh, that motherfucker reminds me of my old friend Josh, who's deader than a goddamn doornail, but this guy's alive.
Jimmy, take care of yourself, Jimmy, please.
Take care of yourself, Jimmy. Don't fall down. Don't go down the hole I'm about to tell you about if you're out there listening.
Put the meth away, Jimmy. The meth ain't good for you.
Put it away. This son of a bitch. Like, he was just he would just drink a little beer, smoke a little weed. Then he started growing it at his house, and then it turned out his mom grew it.
Wow.
So it's not like he was going to get in trouble from his parents because his mom was growing it too. They basically found the right spot in the house and UV lights or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how they grow it, but I just remember them saying something about UV lights, but I would lose touch and he'd come and go. And something you mentioned earlier, like he was drinking like crazy, and he was a really small guy. I mean, really, really, really small guy. Like, he was like 110 pounds the whole time I knew him in school, and even like first couple of years out of high school. Then all of a sudden, the son of a bitch, he didn't get fat. He was like the same size, but just had this gigantic pot belly. And I was like, I noticed he was drinking all the time. And I was thinking, well, does that what really happens to people that drink beer like crazy? Do they get like a beer belly? But
yeah,
I guess it did, because that's what I was looking at. But he seemed normal and everything, ish. I mean, he was hanging out with me, so, but then after I lost touch with him again through mutual friends, I started hearing, it's like, yeah, he started getting into the black tar. and he was getting into it when he he got a job. I shit you not. And I ran into him. Luckily, I ran into him to get a couple of stories. He got a job as the guy that does the announcing at the strip club.
Nice. Nice.
And he had the personality and sounded like Jimmy the Lip. So if Jimmy the Lip, if you can imagine he's like announcing, it's like, you know, he's announcing, you know, some stripper name coming to the stage right now. It's like, you know, there's a wind blowing through because we got Tina Twisters hitting the stage, you know. And he was telling all these stories about like, you know, he would get laid from the strippers, but he was also perpetually friend zoned by the strippers because all of them were all chasing, you know, that rich truck driver that was going to take him out of this type of life and get him, you know, get him out of the strip club and, you know, let him be a housewife somewhere. And so he would get laid, but they wouldn't go out with him. And he'd get laid, and he wouldn't go out with him. So he's like, he was happy on one hand, he's getting laid by these strippers, unhappy that he can't get a relationship, but he can never, even though it's like the words I said that never resonate. It's like, you know, you're trying to get a relationship with a stripper. That's like impossible. You ain't going to do it. You need to count your lucky stars, you know, that you got laid by one. But then, okay, this is it. That's where the fun ends. So I would run into him. He disappeared. And then I'd run into him again. So just like we lived in a small town at the time. It wasn't uncommon to like, you know, go to like Walmart or something and like run into somebody that you definitely know. Yeah. Like where I live now in DFW, hell no. You will never run into anybody you know anywhere, ever. It just won't happen. I could go to Walmart or the mall or whatever every day for 12 hours a day, never see anyone I know from any job I've ever had or any of my neighbors or anything like that. But anyway, I guess that's not really important. But I would run into him at places like Walmart. And last time I did, he actually had a girlfriend, and it looked like he was losing that pot belly, and I thought he was getting his act together. And then next thing I heard, the fucker got a hotel room and took a revolver in there, and
wow, jeez.
And there was no note. There was no anything. What I heard from his mom way later was that he basically went in there and just got doped out of his mind. And he probably wasn't even really depressed or anything, but he had that revolver with him, and he was just on a bad choice road.
Well, so not to make light of a situation like that, but what you're saying is there's a guy that reminded you of Jimmy the Lip, who was working at a strip club as an announcer, getting laid by the strippers sometimes. He's no longer there. So Jimmy, get the job application and get down to that club, because you'll be a perfect fit right now. Get in there.
They're still there. It's called Southern Exposure. So just put me down as a reference, and they'll hire you. You know.
I mean, it's a perfect fit because he already reminded you of the guy to begin with. It's a
and I can imagine impersonator. That, you know, if Jimmy's out there, he probably has at least practiced or at least made up something laughing to himself before. It's like, you know, hey guys, it's not sparkles in your eye. Hitting the stage right now is diamond.
Oh, hey Tiff, good to see you. It must be a slow night if you're hanging out on this stream. We were just getting done talking about my dead friend that worked at the strip club. It's too late now. I can never go over this story again. You'll have to rewind it. You'll have to catch this episode on demand.
I do have a funny story involving marijuana and my parents.
Okay, I would like to hear this.
All right, so my parents grew marijuana themselves in a greenhouse that was attached to my dad's workshop. So they had, halogen bulbs in there for the UV, and I was probably like 6 at the time, maybe 7 at the most. And I went in there one time and they're like, "Oh, that's our greenhouse." I said, "Oh, it's cool. We got a greenhouse. What are those?" "Those are tomato plants." I said, "Oh man, they're really big and healthy, but there's no tomatoes on them." Yeah, not yet. Just get out of here. Okay, fine. So I leave. They had the greenhouse for a while. They were selling their wares for money. And then at one point, the neighbor next door chops down a tree. The tree hits the roof of this thing and kind of knocks open some holes in the shingles and in the roof. And it rained really, really bad one night. And a bunch of electrical stuff caught on fire.
Oh, shit.
Within a couple hours, the whole greenhouse is going up in flames. There's probably about 50 plants in there. And this is back in California when it was highly illegal.
Okay.
Like you just couldn't, weed was illegal straight up. So I'm in the bathroom and I smell smoke and I hear something. I look outside the window and I start yelling at my parents, "Hey, Dad's workshop is on fire." And they're like, "Oh shit." So they, call the fire department, whatever. Fire department shows up. By this point, the plants are burning. Like the whole thing is just a giant inferno. And the smoke coming off this thing was like making the firefighters kind of dizzy. And they were like, "Hey, wait a minute, this isn't a regular fire. What's going on?" So they had to break out the respirators and shit. They thought it was like poison or something. It's like, no, you're just getting high. That's all it is. And so as chaos is happening all around me and I'm in front of my yard, my mom calls up a friend of hers. It's like, "Hey, take the kids. My husband's probably going to get arrested tonight. So just put on some cartoons and let us sleep over." So I didn't know for years what had happened. I believed the narrative for years that our tomatoes caught on fire and Dad suddenly had to go on a vacation for a little while and come back in a few more months,
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny because I was in the dark for so long, and then one day my older brother we're smoking, getting high. He's like, "Mom and Dad sold drugs, right?" And I'm like, "What? What the hell are you talking about?" And they were selling more than just weed, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, all of the firemen were just like all like lit and dizzy, and they didn't know what to expect, I guess.
Well, that also means that every one of them firemen, they have a story that it's probably one of their in rotation stories. I ever tell you about the time I got high putting out a fire? Well, let me tell you what happened.
Right.
We thought we were going to put out some tomatoes.
I hope they didn't get drug tested, because then it's like, "Oh, you guys lost your job. You're smoking weed." And it's like, "It wasn't me."
Yeah, that's the good thing. It's like, okay, at my current job where it is based out of Chicago, it's like I would never get fired if they drug tested me. I could be high as a kite all day long, every day, but I can't because I live in Texas, so I can't buy it. The only thing I can buy is that I don't even understand what it is. THC infused gummies, that sort of shit that probably doesn't do anything. And I'm just like, I'm cheap anyway, so I'm like, I'm not gonna go buy that bullshit. I'll just do nothing except occasionally have a beer or a vodka or something like that. Okay, now this is what I got a grown-up question for you and everyone in the chat, and every stream that I watch with everybody on it, and I forget to ask what the fuck does it mean, but right here, what does the 0707 mean? Is it like saying hello? So whoever answers me first wins a prize.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it for you, because then it's not fun anymore.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with the O parentheses / ?
No.
Okay, so the O and the forward slash is a, let's just say, a salute that Romans used to do a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Now I'm
It's
seeing the picture. I'm
it's a
seeing
picture,
the
yeah.
image of the person. Yes. The O is okay. I get it now.
Just make sure it's a 7 and not the forward slash, or else you'll get in trouble.
Okay. It's like one is just waving hello, and the other one is saying hello to your long deceased uncle.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but in America, in the United States, up until the 40s and I think maybe in the 50s, they would do the Roman to the American flag, and that's how children. There's lots of pictures and videos and films of boomer kids doing that symbol to the flag, and now they're just like, oh, it's horrible and whatever. It's like that thing's like 2,000 years old, bro. Like, get over yourself.
So we're not supposed to do this one. This is the bad one. This is the bad.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
I
So
didn't
I'll
see
just.
it.
I don't know. Is this bad? It's like Norm and someone squirting. Someone is squirting violently onto Norm, and I don't know. That's a symbol yet, but. You know, I'm sorry, Norm, that you got covered in squirt on this stream.
Something happened.
And Norm wants us to press F to pay respects. I don't know what that means.
That's a meme. It's an old video game meme that I think it was for a funeral or something that somebody had in like Warcraft. I don't know. Norm probably knows better than I do. I just remember that it's a thing among our generation.
I remember because it's like the games I play is a narrow list, and like I was working with this one guy. We went out to lunch, and he really wanted to talk to me in detail about something like one of the World of Warcraft games, and I was like, man, that's a universe I don't even dip my toe in. It's like, feel free to talk about it, but I won't have anything to add.
Oh, here's a good question. I know you like Resident Evil because we've had a conversation about Resident Evil. What are some other horror games? Doesn't matter, even if it's not scary, even if like Pong scared you as a kid. What were some games that like scared you, like or weirded you out or upset you? Or
man, okay, the last time I had gotten. Okay, the most recent game that was anxiety. I mean, just anxiety, worst kind. Like you're tightened up is it's scary because if you saw it, you're gonna die more than likely. Was the 2014 Alien Isolation game, and
that was a good one.
Oh yeah, it was good.
That was good.
It was very frustrating to me that. On one hand, it was like perfectly done almost because you couldn't kill the alien. You absolutely could not kill it by battle in the game. You could injure it and run it off. You could shoot it enough times or hit it with the flamethrower or one of those like Molotov cocktails and run it off, but you couldn't kill it. But you had to even be... You had to be careful. If that fucker saw you, and let's say you had the wrong thing equipped, like you're just dead,
Yeah, for sure.
So there was no point in like trying to beat that game. Like I know how like there's those speed runners that play games like that, and like no hit, no damage, no save game file, yada yada. Fuck no, I died thousands of times playing that game. I did beat it, but that was too long of an answer. But Alien Isolation, before that, I remember the biggest chill I ever got, and after it happened, I was happy that it happened. I was like, wow, it fucking got me. Was there's this part in Silent Hill 3 where you're the girl and you go into this room, and in this room is a gigantic, mirror. And as you're walking around the room, to get whatever item you're going in there to get. I can't remember because it's been 20 years. But like you go in there to get the item, and as I was leaving the room, the reflection stopped following and just started staring directly at the camera, and it got me. It sent a chill through me. I was like, "Oh God!" When it happened, I was like, "Wow, I can't believe that game made me feel that way."
How about when you were like really, really little? Was there anything that freaked you out? Like, did the ghosts and Pac-Man scare you, or was like Friday the 13th on Nintendo or anything like that freak you out?
Friday the 13th on Nintendo didn't exactly freak me out. It was just frustrating, you know. I beat it like everybody else, but I don't think it actually. I get a little bit scare you because, like, when Jason pops on the screen, it's like, you got to run him off, or you're gonna. Yeah.
The first game that ever scared me as a kid. Do you recall an old 1980s arcade game called Venture?
No.
Okay. It was released in the arcades and on Coleco, of all things, and we had a Coleco when I was a kid. And you're a little tiny guy kind of roaming through a dungeon, and there's different rooms, and each room has different kind of monsters in it. There's a snake room, a spider room, a goblin room, a whatever room, right? And if you linger too long in any one particular room, this invincible, unkillable monster would come after you, and the only choice you have is to flee the room. So if you didn't clear out the room properly, or you didn't get the treasure properly, having to flee might run you into death pretty easily. And the only other game that did that also was a game called Berserk. I don't know if you ever played that one.
Oh God, I think so, but my memory is sketchy on it.
That's just a game where you run around a maze shooting robots, and if you linger too long in a room, again, an unkillable enemy comes to run you off. So that it was stressed me out because I'm like 3 or 4, maybe 5 at the most. And most video games are, pretty straightforward. You just do something and either you win or you lose. It's not like in Pac-Man, if you don't go fast enough, an unkillable monster just floats at you and you can't win. Like, Spurg Snake loves Berserk. He knows what I'm talking about. Those two games, Berserk and Venture, freak me out just because unkillable monsters. And when they come on the scene, they make weird noises or they just do something that's just kind of jarring. In the case of Berserk, it's actually a happy face. It's just a circle happy face coming after you. And it's upsetting. Like, why should a happy face want to kill me so badly? As a child, my mind is trying to comprehend what the fuck is happening. And Narm knows what's up. So, right, the smiley face. It's just weird. Why should I be scared of a smiley face? But at the same time, it always upset me as a kid when a video game did something that made no sense to me. Because a game should have rules. It should have structure. And most games do.
Yeah.
But whenever something like that happened to me, it would just like, here's a stupid one. It's not scary, but the dog in Duck Hunt. We all know that fucking dog, right? Yesterday we had a party for a bunch of kids over here. So I broke out the Nintendo, broke out a TV and put on Duck Hunt. And a lot of these kids have never even heard of Duck Hunt or experienced it. And I'm kind of experiencing it for the first time through the children, like vicariously, right?
Yeah.
And I flash back to my younger self. And I'm like, I have this brand new Nintendo thing. And Nintendo's so cool. And Mario's cool. And it's fun. And then a Duck Hunt, hey, I have a helper. The dog is, the game starts up. The dog comes out. Oh, look, there's a dog. And I shot a duck. And it goes and gets the duck. And it holds up the duck. It's like, yay, like, cool. But then I miss the duck. And the dog laughs at me and mocks me. And my young, tiny brain was like, I was super happy to have a companion in the game because most games don't have companions.
Yeah.
You're on your own fighting whatever. The happy visuals, the happy music are now juxtaposed with I'm being mocked. Like the game itself is mocking me for my loss, which is something I had never experienced before. Like in Mario, when you die, the game doesn't fucking laugh at you.
No.
And so being like 5 years old or whatever, like I felt like slighted. I felt offended by Duck Hunt, for fucking mocking me. And I think we all can agree that nobody nowadays likes that dog, and we all want to shoot the dog. There is an arcade version where you can shoot the dog, but you lose a life or something. And the dog, he's also in Barker Bill's Trick Shooting, another Nintendo game, and you can shoot him in that game. But again, you don't get anything. You lose out if you shoot the dog. So
what they should do is they should make like a really dark, fucked up version of that. Like killing the dog isn't good enough. Like, you know, you find out like there's no explanation. You just go in to play this game blind. It's like it's Duck Hunt, but it's different. So you get mocked by the dog, and then like all of a sudden, like the game just shifts. It's like, and it goes to like this cut scene where it's like what you just said, like someone's having this inner monologue, like, you know, I came here to hunt ducks. I didn't come here to get mocked.
Yeah, right.
And so this guy, he's just stewing over it. It's like a slow burn, and he just keeps seeing it in his head. It's like that image of that dog popping up, just putting its hand over its mouth, just laughing, and then going back down, and it haunts the guy. So it's like, you know, so he's going to get his revenge. So he goes back to, you know, the in-game location wherever this land is exactly that you're supposed to be at, shooting ducks flying through the air, this pond. I imagine it being Louisiana for some reason. So he goes back, and now he's gonna miss on purpose because he's heard from other people that this dog mocks everybody, and so now he misses on purpose so the dog will jump up and laugh, and now he's after the fucking dog.
Yeah.
Shit, this has never happened before. So the dog is like hightailing it out of there, and you know, this character, you uncover like this 4-wheeler that you had stashed. Because you were waiting for it. Because, you know, the dog is going to easily outrun you, but he ain't going to outrun that fucking 4-wheeler. So now you jump on that 4-wheeler, and now it gets really fucking dark. It's like you've got a whip, and you're whipping that god.
Oh, fuck, bro. Death's too good for him.
Death's too good for you. You mock my loss. I'll mock your death. And it just goes on and on. Maybe it doesn't end there. Maybe you let the dog get away, and then you're like, you know, that's not good enough. Now I'm going to kill his whole fucking family.
Oh, fuck.
It just keeps getting darker and darker. So it's like the ultimate revenge on that fucking dog that laughed at you. And eventually, you know, I guess you would get arrested, and someone would have to sit down and explain to you like, you know, how one doesn't equal the other. Someone laughing at you doesn't mean you get to go to their house and burn it down with their kids in it. You know?
Yeah. For sure.
And then the game, when you win because you've committed such horrific crimes that you're now put behind bars for life in prison, and you're in solitary confinement, and you just replay those days over and over in your head until the day you expire.
Well, the only way to get the best ending is to get executed. But if you don't get the best ending, you're in jail for like 100 years, rotting away slowly. So.
Or what if the game gets even darker? Well, okay, so it starts out as Duck Hunt. You get mocked by the dog, you know, and now you're out for revenge, and you get revenge, but you don't get the correct, like how certain games you've got to do certain objectives in a certain order, like Silent Hill 2, to get the correct ending.
Exactly.
So if you just play it like,
you'll get like the milk toast ending if you just play it kind of straight through. If you do certain objectives, certain side missions, complete things in a certain order, you'll get like a goofy ending, like the UFO ending or whatever. So like,
I like that ending. That's a good ending.
it's a good ending. It was so what the fuck back when
They kept using it over and over again. They kept bringing it back. It was so good.
Oh yeah, I think it's even in Silent Hill F, the new one. That's basically Silent Hill in Japan, and
Yeah.
uh,
I thought Silent Hill in Japan was Fatal Frame.
well, yeah, I guess so. But there's also Silent Hill F, which is Silent Hill
Yeah.
in Japan, and it just came out.
Yeah, I know. I like how I took a screenshot of the advertisement. The advertisement says a digital purchase is a license only.
Yeah,
And it's in the advertisement. They had to put that there, and I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like, so if you buy this game, you will never ever own it. You're just licensing it from us. Fuck you,
yeah.
Konami.
I try to explain that to like I had this one ex-girlfriend. I try to explain like the reason I still buy Blu-rays is like I want to own the fucking movie.
Yeah, big
So
time.
so if something does happen and like I can't prove it exactly, but I swear, you know how like okay, if you buy a digital movie, depending on where you bought it, it might only work on one platform. Like nowadays, it used to be Voodoo, and now it's Fandango, not the WWE wrestler, but
Yeah.
but Fandango, and then there's Amazon Prime, and this and
Yeah.
that, this and that. So like someone had the bright idea, and it was a good idea called Movies Anywhere, where it would be kind of like one location for all of your purchased stuff. So you could just go to one location and you could see your not only your Amazon Prime purchases, but your Fandango purchases and this and that. And I mean, I get why people do it from different locations. It's like I used to get promo codes like a motherfucker, like for like not Fandango, but when it was Voodoo before. So I had a bunch of free movies basically on top of the stuff that I actually bought when I was trying to be a good citizen and not just go to one of the places and just get it for free.
Mhm.
and but like one day I went to log in and I saw like half my catalog was just gone.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And it looked like I was logged into everything. I tried doing searches like, did one of my movie providers lose a bunch of licenses or something like that? So they had to like, even though I purchased the movie, they had to like cut me off from it. And I couldn't find anything. All I knew was I had like 500 movies that I legitimately purchased, and now I was down to like 200. I was like, what the fuck happened? So
that sucks, man.
I tried to explain that to one of my ex-girlfriends, and like she was like, that never happened. That would never happen. If you bought it, you bought it. I'm like, you're just a dumb girl.
Right? Yeah. Well, they have their own explanation for it, their own interpretation of reality that's different than ours. As far as the licensing thing goes, you can't with gaming. You can't get away from it. Case in point, earlier today, Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon. Right? It's a disc, but what's on the disc? Just the license. That's it. So when you pop in the disc, you still got to download the fucking game. And then my buddy was like, well, if you don't own the game on the disc, why buy the disc? It's because if you buy the digital copy of this game, it's like $50, $40, whatever. This is $10.
Okay.
So you know what? I know it's a disc. I get it. But the disc was way cheaper than the digital license, and it's the same fucking thing anyways. I'll play with a damn disc if I have to. So I'm not delusional. I'm not like, oh, the game is on the disc. I know it's not. It's just it's way cheaper sometimes. You go on Amazon and look for a brand new game on a disc and get a used one. I mean, that's another thing too, is that since the game doesn't run off of the disc, as long as the disc is in decent shape, you can buy a beat up copy for way cheaper. It still works.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I hadn't run into that yet. It's like I know there's a lot of us were having speculation on what was going to happen with the Friday the 13th game. Like,
Yeah.
Friday the 13th game, that Friday the 13th franchise went through the lawsuit, so they had to stop creating new content and they had to stop supporting that game.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were wondering, like, what the fuck? What's going to happen to the game that we already own? Are they gonna? Do they already have something that was already in the works forever ago? So, like, when a certain date happens, even if you own the disc, if you go to put it in, will it just say, fuck you, you can't even play this anymore?
Yeah. I mean, if it's online, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, all the online stuff, what ended up happening basically was all the online stuff went away, but like you could still play the offline modes.
Yeah.
That's what I was concerned about. And I don't even own the disc anymore. I had lost it. I guess I lost it in one of my moves anyway. But I like to play it offline because I like to play as Jason. I never played online at all. I only wanted to play the offline bots as one of the Jasons just to look at the kills. That was it.
Yeah.
I didn't care about nothing else. I had no interest in playing people on the fucking internet. So yeah, so I was relieved to find out. It's like, okay, well, if I ever do track down the disc, I can still pop it in and I can still play my offline mode. But unless I get that disc, I ain't gonna be able to play that fucking game.
So we got Halloween coming up, and over here at my house, I have a buddy who's a junk man, and somebody was getting rid of all of their Universal monster movies. So Dracula, Frankenstein, the whole Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff, all that stuff, Werewolf with Lon Chaney. And we've got, I'd say, like 3/4 of all of the Universal movies. And every day we've been watching a different one.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, Bimmy loves those movies.
Oh, yeah.
He loves him some Universal monster movies. I got to tell you, man, they fucking suck. You know that?
They're hard to watch, yeah.
Bela Lugosi as Dracula fucking sucks. He's terrible. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is the worst version of Dracula. And I've seen them all. I've seen Werner Herzog. I've seen Coppola. I've seen Nosferatu and Max Schreck. Bela Lugosi is the fucking worst Dracula. It's terrible. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they're rough to sit through anyway. It's like there gets to be a point where it's like I can't watch certain things from a certain age, or I guess kind of feel, I don't know, depressed, because that was the shit that reminds me of like visiting my grandma for the whole summer, and she didn't have cable or anything, and there was nothing to do because it was this town in Ohio that was like, I don't even know where it was. It was like nowhere near Cleveland, nowhere near Columbus, nowhere near anything. It was just middle of nowhere. So we only had a broadcast TV, and that's what I'm getting at. Was like, it seemed like every Sunday, once it hit the afternoon when the cartoons would go off, now it would just be shit like 1940s Dracula movies, or the Three Stooges meet Dracula, or Laurel and Hardy meet Dracula. It was,
right.
That's what I just remember, and it takes my mind to this depressing summer. I was like, oh my God, my life sucks. And it's like, well, it brings up a totally unrelated point, but like, as a kid, like, you know how Christmas to Christmas may as well have been 10 years apart. It was so long, and days were long as a kid, especially to me. I mean, it like, if it was a boring day, or if I was at school, I mean, my life really was in like some sort of ultra slow motion that I cannot describe. And that's what made that summer even worse. I don't know why I got on that point, but oh God.
Really quick, Dylan was asking what do we think of Boris Karloff? As for me, he was a good Frankenstein, absolutely. And Bride of Frankenstein, the second movie, is absolute fucking trash, unwatchable garbage. and yet Boris Karloff is the bright shining spot in the whole movie, where he takes a shitty ass script and he does make you feel for the monster. I mean, it's not like Phil Hartman where it's like fire bad, duh. Like that's an over exaggeration of the character. Like Boris Karloff doesn't have a whole lot of lines to read, so he has to emote things and all that. Karloff is way better than Bela Lugosi. It absolutely makes sense why Lugosi's constantly jealous or hateful of him, because the guy is way better than you, bro. Sorry. And I saw Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, which it did not have Boris Karloff in it, because by that point I think he was done.
Yeah,
it did have Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman. As you know, Lon Chaney Jr. played Lenny in Of Mice and Men. So I constantly see him as this big dumb retard, and having the Wolfman being played by the same actor, I was just waiting for him to be like, "Tell me about the rabbits, George," and tell me about the Doctor Frankenstein, and have him get shot in the head. And...
yeah, I don't know. I almost feel pressured to say I like those Universal monster movies, but deep down, I don't like any of them. I can't sit.
They suck. They're bad. I like black and white films. I'm actually quite the connoisseur of old movies, and these are always some of the ones that are protected. Like they're never on TV too often. To stream them, you got to pay money for them. Like they're very protected IPs. And then you watch it, and it's like, this is fucking trash, dude. Like, my God. Nosferatu was a silent film, and it's far better than Universal's Dracula. Far better.
It's pronounced Wolfman, Bimmy.
Right?
God, I used to crack me up like when I heard it for myself. Like I wasn't told about it from like any of those Reddit pages or anything. I think I was just playing one of those Monster Madness videos that he made one of those years, and I was probably doing like what a lot of us do. It's like we have it playing, but we're not really watching it. We're like doing something else, like we're playing a video game or something else. That's basically been my whole life. It's like I got a movie playing or something playing, but I'm also playing like a video game. And like I was half listening to it, and I heard him say "Woof, man." I fucking laughed. I almost fell off my goddamn bed. It's like, woof. Yeah, man.
It's so shocking. You're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You're like 30 years old. You talk like a baby.
It's like there's a few words out there that if they're beside of one another, it'll fuck me up bad. And I wish I could think of a good example. It's not perfect, but like landslide. Like when I say, I can't just say it like how you would say that word. Like it'll always like be stressing like landslide. But that's not even my best example. I'm blanking on them right now. So whenever I have to talk at work a lot to groups of people a lot. So when I know one of those trouble words are coming up, like if I'm reading like kind of like a script or whatever, I'll look at it. I'm like, okay, I've got to replace that fucking thing right there, because they're going to laugh at me if I say that. If only I had that meow drop right now, I would play that meow.
I was going to say, Bimmy has quite a few words that he says badly, and I kind of want to make a sentence out of all of them if I can. So I would say, if he's watching a lot of Lon Chaney, werewolf movies, and they're not making sense to him, he would say, that is a Moudon of Wolfman continuity.
Oh, God. That hurt.
Yeah, right. It hurt my brain to think about it, too. I was like, how can I talk stupider? To lower my IQ a little bit.
Mountain?
Moudon.
So he'll say, instead of saying mountain, he'll say mountain or something.
The way that we spell it on the subreddit is Mowden. Moudon. He can't say the word T, the letter T. He can't say T. So it's Moudon. It's continuity, not continuity. It's continuity. Dylan's got it. Moudon, like it's freaking Chinese words. Super Nintendo. Okay. It would be a Moudon of Wolfman continuity on my Super Nintendo. I don't know, guys. I want to craft the perfect Bimmy-ism sentence where we incorporate every stupid word he's ever said into one phrase, and it'll end all of the internet forever. Kill the internet once and for all.
Yeah, I still like whenever someone brings him up, because he's one of those early homegrown internet personalities. He came from nothing, you know. He just appeared on YouTube one day. I think all of us discovered him the same way, because YouTube was just completely random. There was no algorithms or anything in the, you know, probably God knows first 10 years of it existing. But I think I just opened up YouTube one day in 2005 or 2006, and there that fucker was, just looking disgusted about whatever that first game was that he, you know, did a video on. And I thought it was just so funny. But he always goes hands in hand with that Maddox guy. And I think we talked about him for a minute before, but like, it's like, man, I think more people need to go down like rabbit holes on that Maddox guy, because it's the same deal with him. He was like homegrown from the internet. Everybody just sort of ran into his web page one day. It was, you know, it was this weird comedic satire. You knew it was like he had a lot of fake outrage.
Yeah.
So where Bimmy's, all of his was like this, you know, fake outrage toward shitty games, but it was like real pain that all of us felt, because we were all of that same age group, where a lot of it, everybody knew about that part in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where you could just walk over it.
Yep.
And every one of us tried jumping that goddamn thing for
hundreds of times.
And I remember, and the way I remember it too was exactly what happened to him on that video when I was a kid. And I'm playing that fucking stage, and like the 115th time, I accidentally just walked over it, and I went, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Did that just happen?" And I was sitting there because I was like shocked that I was past it, and I stopped. I was like, "I don't know what I just did, but I've got to finish my quest wherever you went after that part. I gotta fucking finish it, because I don't know if that glitch will happen again." And then when I went and played that stage again, and I confirmed that you could just walk over it, man, I was so mad.
And then you finally get past that part, and then where do you go? You go now into the water, and the water stage is fucked up with all the electric eel bullshit and just getting killed over and over. The time limit is terrible. The swimming controls are terrible. I mean, I don't know if you watched a video that I had made about Virtual Boy Part 2, and it was like a new Virtual Boy where you get to experience the games in like augmented reality or whatever. So like, I had to incorporate that because the best part of that game is the sewer. It's where I liked the game the most, when you're down in the sewer just fighting regular enemies. And, you know, and again with the duck hunt thing, right? Like, what if I really did, you know, shoot my dog? You know, like, would it really be as great as I thought it was going to be? No, it's traumatic and terrible, but then, you know, I make jokes about that too. Bimmy taught me these concepts. Like, there are shared memories that we all have. There's what do they call it? Like genetic memories, right? And Nintendo is now old enough that we have this sort of like psychological miasma that's around all of us, where I can pinpoint to you parts of my personality that came from gaming because I did so much of it when I was younger. My perceptions of anger or patience or victory, like all these things are mutilated from video games. You know, the things that I feel accomplished about in life are different than my ancestors because I was exposed to like instant gratification or like undue punishment from unfair systems. There's a lot of things that gaming has done to us as a culture that we don't really think about. And Bimmy sparked that in my mind. So I owe him that. But at the same time, he's more funny now than he's ever been before, but because he's a lolcow. And I never saw that coming, but here we are with Gnome Cave, and his fucking that terrible movie he did and the book about the movie, and just like he's been on a roll of being a lolcow. I mean, truly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's that's that same like parallel with that Maddox guy. It was like everybody loved that Maddox guy up until his book, The Alphabet of Manliness, and now here's the thing. It's like that book was written in the style of the guy, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. It was like, I always say this, and and each passing day, I know less and less people get what I'm getting at. I always says like that Maddox guy, he used all of his specials making that fucking book. Kind of like a video game where you'll save up all your special ammunition to get to the final boss so you can just plow right through the cocksucker. It was like, same with that Maddox guy. He used up all of his specials making that book, because that book was perfect. It was funny. It was great. And then everything he's done after that has been, it has been bimmy. It's been awful. It's like the quality of his work just fell off a fucking cliff beyond anything. Then that guy, because he was like a funny guy that only did shit on his webpage up until about 2006-ish. Then he started doing videos on like YouTube and stuff. And then he started working with that Dick Masterson guy and other stuff. And like that guy's downfall needs to be studied too, because because then he started like telling more and more about himself, and you start finding out that Maddox guy's a bleeding heart liberal, and, and I'm like, oh, you're just giving me more reasons not to like you. Okay, goddamn. So I don't know. That's something. I know some people have done things on that guy. I encourage everybody to check out the guy's old stuff because it was really funny. But I've yet to find someone that's entertaining that has dissected that guy yet. The credit to Spurg and Dylan making that like 10-part series dissecting Bimmy's god awful book, because I couldn't have sat through that if it was. I can't think of anyone else I could have sat through that with.
Exactly. They make it way more palatable than it really is. Like, and you see the suffering on their faces too. I do hope that at some point in the near future we can all kind of get together, me, Dylan, Snake, and Norm, and do that Bimmy psychological deep dive that we want to do, because I am the biggest fan of that book review, and I've gone over. I'm going over it again right now, like taking notes and stuff. There is so much between the lines. I mean, there's like 3 other books between the lines of this one book. Yeah, and there's me being the kind of guy that's into mental illnesses and things like that. Like, I mean, without that book and without that review of the book, there's so much about Bimmy that we would not know for sure. But going through that now, I mean, Gnome Cave, I can read one page of Gnome Cave and be like, I know exactly where all of this is coming from in his mind. I know where every story beat is stolen from, or every concept he has.
Yeah.
His stupid dragon problem that he has in his mind. Oh, my dragon! Like, oh, Lord Almighty, help me with that dragon. The dragon is I don't want to get too down on the rabbit hole, but the dragon is symbolic of something way deeper that I want to explore in another time. It's not about a dragon. Okay. Yeah. It's about his paranoia that he has felt since he was very young. That paranoia plays out in all the weirdest places. When he makes fun of it, that's when he's at his best, right? Like that Mr. Bucket video of Board James, when Mr. Bucket becomes this horror monster that wants to kill him and suck his balls and kill him. Like that's harnessing childhood paranoia in a really effective way for entertainment. It's actually for him probably a way of coping with his childhood. That, I mean, in the book he's like, oh, I had a really rough childhood because I was a special needs or whatever. But no, you were actually a total asshole to your family. And his sister like doesn't even talk to him anymore because he's so fucking tripped out, But anyways, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole there. Spurge Snake says Dylan suffered. Both Snake and Dylan suffered. Whenever I go through that book review, it's kind of like going through Band of Brothers, where it's just like you're watching a bunch of people suffering for like 10 episodes and then it's over, you know? So it's kind of fucked up. Right. And then, let's see, Dylan says, I felt the video drops helped make the 10-part series flow. It could have been a slog. Yes, the having the audiobook helped a lot. The comedic video drops, absolutely. The very nicely sourced clips made it really good. Quite a masterful series of videos, truly.
I believe Spurge still hasn't suffered and watched that movie.
I know, and I'm not happy. Spurge Snake, I'm telling you, dude, you need to go through this thing to really get the full picture of what that book was trying to tell you. Because the book says it's a disaster, but you don't really know how much of a disaster it really was.
It's just awful.
Yes.
I mean, I've sat through it. And now, okay, again, I admit I did not sit through it like sober as a judge, only watching the movie. Like I've established, it's like most of the time, unless it's like, okay, my A-list movies like Alien. Okay,
Yeah.
like when I got Alien Romulus on digital, I wasn't playing like a video game and half watching it. I was only watching Alien Romulus. But like that goddamn movie, that fucking angry video game movie, that was on over there while I was doing this.
Yeah,
and I was watching it and just kind of watching it, and all I did was groan. I was like, oh. It's like I would be playing whatever game I'm playing and just groaning at how awful it was. And I remember, it's this thing. It was torture for me to get through it, and I was distracting myself with this the whole time. I can't imagine not distracting myself and sitting through that goddamn thing. You know, I can imagine myself, because I used to do this, like when in bad movies that are so bad they're funny, like Troll 2 is the most classic example. Now I can sit and just watch Troll 2 sober as a judge and laugh at it because it's so hilarious, because they were trying so hard to make a good movie and they just failed at every opportunity. And there's other great movies like that too. One of them's called Guy from Harlem. I implore you to get it and sit through it and just laugh and laugh. But I don't know what I was getting at with that, but yeah, I just it was already bad. I've sat through it now like 2 or 3 times because I just kind of wanted to suffer while playing the game. So I would put it in, and I would stop and I would just watch here and there. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I know from their review of his book about the movie that he had a budget, and the actors and shit that he sought out are so no name. I've never seen any of them motherfuckers in my life and never have seen them since. And I'm wondering, it's like, I was just thinking to myself, I bet he overpaid for all of them. These are probably people that he knows of from some B movie shit that I've never heard of. The only one I ever heard of was the blonde bad girl that, you know, has the fight with the redheaded girl. That's the only one I had ever seen before. I think I saw her in some Canadian comedy program, Corner Gas or something like that. But that was the only one, and I barely knew who that one was. And then, of course, just everything else. I'm just looking at, just going, why did they spend money on this location? Why did they spend money on these props that don't look good, but I know that they're meant not to look good. I know he's trying to make them look like a shitty B movie, but he's fucking that up. That's a cope. That's an excuse. You know, like that. Oh, I'm making it look bad on purpose. No, you're not. His logic behind why everything went wrong and how it was meant to go wrong on purpose is bullshit too, because then he contradicts himself constantly.
Real quick, we're talking about chapter 4F, Spur Snake. When you guys got to 4Q, there was a missed opportunity to really hump the fork you, like fuck you joke, you know. It would have been funny to clip Bimmy saying fork you, because it's like he can't talk right anyways. So the idea that he only can say fork you and not fuck you would be mad funny to me. And then as far as the movie is concerned, I've sat through the movie 3 times.
Yeah.
With undivided attention.
Oh God.
The third time I did it on Twitch as part of a stream, and I think only like 2 or 3 people showed up.
Uh-huh.
And that was the first time I ever really like analyzed the movie, because it was the first time I had seen it after the book review. So now I'm watching it with new eyes. I know a lot of the reasons why things went the way they did, and I can say with certainty, the first 2 acts of the movie I can watch, and I feel strong and I feel confident and I can riff on it and I feel fine. But the third act, where everything he's throwing everything at the wall, the ET puppet comes out, the giant monster comes out. They're out in the desert, everything just goes to shit in that third act so bad that that's the true test of that movie, is the third act. That's the fire that you have to walk through.
And there was other things in it that annoyed me too. It was like we saw Mike Matei in it, and he had no lines, and he was just like kind of like part of a crowd, but you could clearly see him. Like they intentionally put him in there so you could see him in there. Yeah. But I was like, you can't find some better real estate to give him.
Well, they did one take, and the take was him doing this. Yeah, okay. Like I'm in the movie.
Yeah.
Very unhappy.
All I remember him doing is like kind of like being in the middle of like a random ass crowd or something like that. And I don't remember seeing any of the other. I mean, the guy that used to do the music.
He's there too. Yeah.
He was there. I clearly saw him. I clearly saw Mike Matei. But unless someone else had better eagle eyes than me, and admittedly, again, I was doing this while it was on, I didn't see anyone else. I didn't see that gigantic, morbidly obese guy. What's his fucking name again? Silverman. I didn't see him.
Yeah. That guy is truly a representative of his family lineage, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, isn't he part of that stupid band?
He was.
Oh God,
he was, and so they finally realized how cringy it was, and they not only kicked him out of the band, they retroactively went back and remade all the old videos and removed him, a la Joseph Stalin, where like now he doesn't exist anymore and he never existed in the first place.
They Chris Benoit him.
They Chris Benoit him, bro. They re-recorded all the old audio without him in it anymore. He erased him from Rex Viper. So among the trolls like myself, the joke is now, oh, he actually was the best member of the band, and now the band sucks without him. You need to bring him back. So that's something that we hump that constantly, that he was the real talent of the band.
I know we kind of talked about this before. I think I've talked about this with a lot of people. That band has to be a perfect example of not wanting to tell the president he's got mustard on his chin. It's like they all know that they all have a cushy job doing stuff that they want to do, and they're making some money doing it. I don't know how much money they make doing it, but they know not to upset Bimmy. So whenever Bimmy came up with this idea and wanted to gung-ho do this band, I guarantee not one of them was like, this is going to be mocked relentlessly. Like nobody said that. Everybody was like, yes, sir, this sounds like a great idea. Woohoo! Can't wait to be a part of this.
There's a video where he announces, I'm going to make a band. Okay. And then here's the band. I'm going to introduce all of them. And it's a very funny and very awkward video, because like maybe one of them or two of them is enthusiastic to be there, And the rest of them are just sitting there like, I'm getting paid to be here. And they're kind of like looking at the walls and just kind of whatever. They're all drinking beer, just chilling and shit. Bimme's band is a Make-A-Wish Foundation sort of thing that's going on here, because thanks to Dylan and Snake covering the book, we know that James Rolfe has never really been a film director, but in his mind, he thinks that he's really, really brilliant at it, because when he went to film school, he was telling the professor, no, I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm a filmmaker. I got 500 films. No, motherfucker, you got camcorder fucking around bullshit. So this band thing, he was playing, he had a band thing in like college with him and one other friend. And it was like this really, really poorly done Black Sabbath sort of rip-off garbage band.
Yeah.
Really, really bad, really amateur. So in his mind, that's one more thing that I wanted to be, but I never got to be it. So I'll just use money and influence to have a band. And now I'm a rock star. And hey, you know what? Now I want to be an author. I'm going to write Gnome Cave. And now all of a sudden I'm an author. And it's like the dude is LARPing as everything he's ever been his entire life. And from the old book and this Gnome Cave book, we can see very definitively he has issues about things that he wanted to accomplish in his mind that never got accomplished. And everything else that he has accomplished doesn't fulfill him.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know through the movie production that he's not a compromised kind of guy. Even you yourself was like, why would he waste money on locations and actors that he can't afford? It's because he will not compromise on what he thinks is best for him, best for his image, his vision, right? So if you tell him Rex Viper sucks, he's not going to hear that shit. And we all did this. Doc, I'm telling you, the moment he announced that band, the whole subreddit went in there and flooded the comment section. We brigaded him bad. Don't do it, Bimmy. Don't fucking do it. And he kept on doing it. So guess what? The comment section became really bad, where people are telling him like, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is money that you can spend on your kids. And I got shadow banned because my comment was, your ancestors are crying in hell. And he didn't like that one bit. So for a long, long time, the comment section was turned off for like a year. And only recently has the comments now been allowed to be back on again, but they are curating the comments. So you can't say things too wild.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. It's like if you say something that's so good that it gets noticed because it's so negative, you're going to get the mute button put on you. So.
Well, I have a very strange suspicion that Justin Silverman is aware of me.
Uh-huh.
I made a video where I mock killed him and severed his head, so like that kind of got me on I think his radar. Recently, my lolcow Dancing with Ghosts made a comment saying Justin Silverman knows about my GIMP mask and he's making fun of me about it. And I thought, well, I'm the only person who's ever clipped that GIMP mask. I am the only person who's recorded that the fact that it even exists. How else would Justin Silverman know about it unless he watches those streams hour after hour like I fucking do, and nobody else can. I mean, Dylan, Snake, I love you guys, but I don't know if you have the fortitude to stick through 3 hours of Dancing with a Ghost like I fucking do. Why do I do it? Autism. But mostly because of he's guilty of Bimmy stuff himself. Guy. His band is a failure, but he'll tell you it's awesome. All of his music videos and shit are cheaply made, but he'll tell you that they're great and they're super hard to make. There was a video that he did about going to Walmart and he's walking around with a camera and he was claiming how hard it is to get away with it, to do it, to film it, to edit it. And as soon as he posted it, within 2 hours, I went to the grocery store and filmed my own version where I mocked the fuck out of him. And because I did it in 2 hours, it showed how cheap and lazy it was. Like it shouldn't take you 2 hours to make a YouTube video, bro. It should take a little longer than that.
Yeah.
But this guy is born of Bimmy, and I'm born of Bimmy. A lot of us are, and so as a fellow Bimmy sibling, I feel the need to bully him as the little brother. Like that's kind of I don't hate the guy, but like I do enjoy bullying him. It's quite pleasurable, I will say.
To me, what irritates me most, I guess the only way I know how to put it is this: it's like I always just call it it's like hitting the lottery. It's like I know I'll never hit it because I have a plan. Okay, I have a plan to not be broke and not fuck it up, and that's why I know I'll never hit it. So, because all the people that do hit it don't seem to have a plan. They blow it all on nonsense or investments or just whatever. They just blow it. They go back to being penniless. Like there was this one wrestling fan that won like $50 million in 2000 and around 2010 or so, and he opened a women's wrestling federation that was basically a ripoff of Glow, and he had Jimmy Hart working for him. He overpaid, he underdelivered. It lasted like one season, and this son of a bitch, he went through like his $50 million in like 1 year. So I was like, yep, that's proof that I would, because I wouldn't have done that. And that's what I'm getting at with Bimmy is like, I keep thinking to myself, it's like, if I would have been that guy that made those early videos, getting angry at, landing the plane in Top Gun, and, you can just walk across it. It's like, I know I would have never done what he did and started like, calling in Screen Wave, which, out of all the sins, I don't know that I would consider that one the worst, because I'm thinking that movie is the worst.
It is, yeah. The movie's the worst, yeah.
And the second worst is that fucking band, because the Emperor's New Clothes. No one would tell him it's a bad idea. I would have never even had the idea. I would have just known. I would be like, okay, I'm not going to use my fame to do a band that I know will be shitty, just like there's all those Hollywood guys that are in bands. And, well, I mean, Corey Feldman's probably the worst example. Like, I think he has got a magic force field around him. Like, he's never heard criticism about his awful music ever, because why has he been making it for so long? But I'd have never done any, and that's what makes me so mad. Is like, it's kind of like, what do you call it? It's like jealousy. It's like jealousy. It's like, because I just know I would have never done any of it, and this fucker is like throwing away his, his heritage or whatever you want to call it by these like awful side projects when he was so beloved, when it was just him and a couple of his friends making these really good videos on a micro budget.
Yeah. I mean, that's where all of his charm comes from, is that he makes the most of the little bit that he has. And sometimes that comes from his own ignorance. Like, he'll have to outsmart himself, basically. And there's a charm to that. There's a charm to the idiot who figured out something. But now he has lots of money, lots of time, lots of help, and it's somehow a worse product. That's crazy. Really quick though, the Dylan says Wrestlicious.
Yeah,
I thought it was WOW, Women of Wrestling.
That one's still around.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, WOW is another ripoff of Glow.
Okay,
and it's got some serious money behind it. I mean, they're blowing it. They're not making any money. But they got some serious money behind it, so it's not going away unless basically the people behind it decide to pull the plug. If the people behind it decided to stop backing it, it'd poof in a second. I don't keep up with it at all, but I do believe as of at least 2023, they were still producing new episodes. I watched them. They're fucking rough.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're not like Wrestlelicious had really hot women and terrible acting and terrible skits. So it was easy to watch because it had the right mix of like bad shit to cringe at, but the women were fucking immaculate. And Glow, well, I mean, it's hard to judge that as far as like hot women go because it's so goddamn old. But it was so laughably bad with the skits and the comedy and stuff that as a kid I loved it because it was just stupid. This Women of Wrestling, it's nothing but terrible. There's not anything redeemable about it at all.
There's not. Yeah,
it's like,
I remember even back then it was like that too.
Yeah, it's like I'll put it like okay, it has all the bad stuff. Like it's got the bad skits, it's got the bad acting. It has pretty women, but we're in woke 2020s, so they don't. There's no accentuating any sexuality or nothing like that.
That's garbage.
Gone. So you don't even have that going for you. So so there's nothing unless you just want to watch it to just feel pain.
Really quick, I want to address Norm's comment about being a jealous hatter of Bimmy. Norm, there's somebody else that you're wildly jealous of on YouTube. I don't think I don't know about it. You wish you had my lifestyle. Yeah, you like to do cocaine and suck dick. Yeah. So I had to do that. Sorry. These cardboard puppets are a lot of fun because you can do whatever you want, right? It's like, hey, I heard Vince McMahon was gay and Hulk Hogan was gay, right? And they were like, dude, Hulk and Vince would do gay shit together. So it's like, oh yeah, baby.
Really, the worst thing I heard about them two doing together was locking themselves up in a hotel over a weekend and just doing cocaine and writing No Holds Barred.
Well, I mean, according to Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, he was doing some gay ass shit, and then according to the Phil Donahue show, when they interviewed McMahon on Donahue, his accusers told him, "Yeah, you groped me, you touched my dick, and whatever." I wouldn't want to believe it until I saw how they treated Chris Kanyon and they made him dress up like Boy George and fucking battered him really bad. It's like, maybe you guys are kind of, because the way Chris Kanyon told it is that a bunch of them are gay and they want to hide it. And the fact that he didn't want to hide it anymore made them hate him really bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's the story that he told. And I'm like, I know he was a clout chaser, but at the same time, it's not impossible,
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, with him, it's really unfortunate because he was so talented. I mean, he came out of nowhere. He's Mortis. He had a great presentation. He was going to be basically a rip-off Mortal Kombat character, but he had a great look. That mask was outstanding. They didn't just go to the production music library to get his music. They actually put some money into it and got him a very unique theme music, and his matches were all good. I mean, he could wrestle anybody and have an exciting match. And then he loses the mask, and now he's Canyon. And now it's even better. His matches are even better, and he's actually winning some of the time now. And I think I knew the guy was gay and before WCW went out of business, and it didn't bother me because I don't know how to explain it. It's like how it was back then. It's like it was back in the era of don't ask, don't tell, no one gives a shit.
Yeah,
it's like if he's not pushy about it, then I'm not going to be a prick about it.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to put it better words than that, because I remember working at a call center back then. There were gay people in this call center, and they didn't make a big deal about it. They weren't like hanging up pride flags and dressing in women's outfit, but yet having a full-grown beard and making people uncomfortable with bathroom situations or anything like that. They would just the men would still go to the men's room.
Back then and even now, I always like to make the analogy of what if I had a really gross, disgusting foot fetish like Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yeah.
But everywhere I go, that's not a fetish. It's my identity. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about sucking feet. And if you don't like talking about sucking feet, you're a bigot.
You're a
And
bigot.
you hate me. You want me dead. I'm going to wear shirts that proudly proclaim that I suck the dirtiest feet, and they make me super happy. And if I get fired, I'm going to take you to court because you're shaming me over my identity. Dude, being
Why
gay
aren't you celebrating my identity?
right. You know? Yeah. I mean, being gay is a personal choice. It's a sexual kink. It's not, was it Norm Macdonald made that awesome joke about you never hear parents talking about pride when they're proud of their gay kid, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, he went to Harvard, he's a doctor. Oh yeah, he loves cock. It's like, yeah, no one's ever going to say that about their kid, right? So you can't call it pride. I mean, it's not. What did he also say? Norm Macdonald said, you don't have to like work at it. It's not like an accomplishment. We have to like get good at being gay or something. Like, so no one should have to pat you on the back for sucking dick any more than patting me on the back for sucking dirty feet, which, by the way, all my detractors, it was a joke. I don't like feet. They're disgusting and weird. So don't go clipping me, okay?
Yeah, I can't get it. And I obviously can never, in this day and age, you can't ever talk about that shit at work, but they can talk about it on their side. The left can say anything they want at all times. And, and I can't prove it. And even if I could, no one would do anything about it. Sometimes I know because they know I live in Texas and they got a good idea. They just have to have a good idea that I am forced to be part of conversations that I don't want to be a fucking part of. And all I can do is just keep quiet and just hope that they just get back to work. Just get back to work. Please stop talking about pride.
Well, I don't know, man. It sounds like an invitation to talk about feet fetish and how the dirtiest feet, carbuncles and bunions, and oh man, I like sucking the Fremunda cheese between the toes. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. It's like, yeah. I mean, they don't get it. They just don't get it. That's like, okay. It's like, it's not the.
Make them uncomfortable.
Celebrate that you want to stick your dick up in a man's ass. Why can't I just go around just celebrating that I like shoving my dick up a girl's ass?
Right? What's the difference?
Monster.
Come on now.
Shit on, when I go into the office in my cubicle of me just eating chicks' asses,
Yeah, I mean, if we can't say the same things they say, but about women, then they are being, bigoted and sexist. It's like, well, you like dude butthole, I like woman butthole. I mean, don't go shaming me. Why do you hate women so much, bro? Stop being mean to women.
Why do you hate women? That's like I'm very pro woman.
Are you a chauvinist? What's wrong with you? All gays are chauvinists.
Popped in at the wrong time. It's like he's like, oh God, there's nothing to watch. Let's see what the clown is doing, and then we're like sucking
dirty feet, yeah,
dirty feet.
Okay. I have a very strange way of perceiving reality, guys. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's 100%. But it's so weird to me growing up in the era where if you just didn't talk about it. You had an idea that someone was a certain way and you left them alone and they didn't flaunt it. They didn't make you uncomfortable by like, oh God, I'm sitting next to Brad and I have to look at like all this rainbow shit and this, that, and the other. And I have to pretend that he's stunning and brave because of all his shit. But I'm, and if I was religious, we know it doesn't swing the other way. Like if I brought a holy Bible to work, I would get drug in the HR that I'm making Brad uncomfortable, So it's like, it's weird. Like I'm kind of not in the middle exactly. I'm a conservative libertarian. I think that's probably the perfect analogy for me. So I can see a little bit of the left stuff, but nothing I would ever march for. But I can agree with them on a couple of things. Like, but yeah, I just don't think it's work should be for work only and nothing else.
Yeah,
You know? That's
time.
the era I grew up in. It's like I shouldn't know or even have a reason to assume that you're attracted to anything. I shouldn't assume that I'm that Brad over there is attracted to a fucking door handle.
Yeah.
It's like I come to work at Bob's Pickle Factory to put the fucking, put the twister on the top of the jar of pickles, and that's all I want to do. That's why I got the job at Bob's Pickle Factory is because of my deep need to provide great food at an affordable value to families across America, not know whose dicks and pussies all my coworkers want to slurp on.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I have to hide my what they call hide your power level, right? Like,
yeah.
I cannot even right now. I can't publicly discuss my internal feelings on people and things because I would get put on a list pretty fucking quick. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Let's just say that my political and religious and ideological alignment is very, very close to Puritans of the 1700s, where, if a woman cheats, she should be public identified with a scarlet letter on her chest and fucking stoned. And that's probably giving away a little too much. So you can go down that rabbit hole on your own time and figure out, what does Matt tolerate? Not much. But I'm sitting here stewing in it, living in Babylon, surrounded by depravity, surrounded by psychopaths, drugs, homeless people shitting in the streets, needles in the streets. And I just sit here with a big smile on my face and eat a bunch of shit every day because any one of my ancestors would have went out and solved these problems, but I'm not allowed to. So I just sit here and smile and make jokes until I expire. So.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to even acknowledge all this stuff. Like like if you were to drive up and go to, let's say to visit family in San Francisco or something like that, you're not even allowed to criticize the homeless situation, the fentanyl situation, the rampant gangs, not feeling safe. You're not allowed to even you that up because they know what you're getting at. They're just going to say something like, well, it's not that you don't feel safe around the drugs and the gangs. It's that you obviously are a racist.
Yeah.
So they have to jump to that. It's like, no, I never mentioned race. I said drugs, crazy homeless people, and gangs that want to commit violence, at the very least rob you, but more than likely they're going to beat the dog shit out of you and leave you for dead.
Yeah.
But
if they can't get you on the race issue, they'll say, well, you're classist because you look down on poor people.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
The only reason why they're stealing from you is because they don't have opportunities of their own. And it's like, I'm pretty sure it's because they're bad. No, they're desperate. And it's like they're desperate for, an iPod, or not iPod, but like a phone, or, like electronics. They're going to like feed their kids. I mean, come on now. Like,
oh yeah, the classic excuses. They're probably hungry.
For Nikes, they're going to eat some Nikes. Yeah, I mean,
so and you see the videos that we've all seen of them going in the Target, grabbing a shitload of like random clothes and random electronics. And then if you make the fucking mistake of looking at the comment section of that video, you'll see a bunch of, it's just so sad just how hungry those people are that they have to steal those clothes because they're so hungry. Because I've seen people do mental gymnastics. Explains like, well, I'm not saying they're stealing the clothes because they're hungry. I'm saying they're stealing the clothes because they're going to sell the clothes so they can buy food. I'm like, okay, that's what's happening. I'm sure.
Know, man. Less than 100 years ago, this stuff was not tolerated.
Fuck no.
For the last 100,000 years, it has not been tolerated. So very recently, humanity has been forced to cope with things that are unnatural, and any sort of negativity that we're feeling or drawbacks from it are being shamed and being labeled as biases and things like that. This is a Jimmy the Lip conversation we're having right now that we should probably save it for him.
Yeah.
But there's lots of reasons for why things are like this. If anybody out there is wondering why our grandparents had it better, why the boomers had it better, it's because the dollar was worth more back then, and you could work at McDonald's and buy a house.
Yeah.
It would take work, but you could do it. And now no one will ever own anything. Everything's rent everything. Eat the bugs, live in the pod, own nothing and be happy. They announced this. The World Economic Forum announced to the world that by 2030 we're all going to be slaves.
Basically.
And anybody, it's not a conspiracy. It's not made up. They have a website that fucking shows the shit. I mean, so get ready for fun in the next few years. It'll get a lot more fun.
Yeah, I mean, our parents, my parents is a great example of it. It was a one income household, and we seemed like we had quite a bit. There's no fucking way that, and I looked at what my dad was making in like the 70s and 80s and all that, and I'm like, man, that wouldn't, God, you wouldn't be able to have anything. You wouldn't, first off, you wouldn't be able to rent. You wouldn't be paying off a car. You wouldn't be able to you would just be making enough money to be like, a pretty in shape homeless guy. You'd have a pretty nice cardboard box, but you wouldn't own anything.
Yeah.
Like that's, because I mean, I've heard it before. It's like you saw like, people that had like menial jobs, like the milkman would have like a 2-story house.
Sure.
And people like it wasn't even like, it wasn't uncommon that there were people like the married with children household, Al Bundy,
right?
The part-time shoe salesman has a 2-story house. Wasn't unusual.
Yeah. It's crazy.
His wife didn't work. His kids seem to have everything. And they church it up for TV, but still, I mean, I seem to recall neighbors that I had that were like, man, I don't think they don't have a very good job, but they have a pretty big house. They have a garage. They have this and that. But the dollar doesn't go anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like what the food cost. Like think of your favorite foods that you bought at, like, let's say Walmart or whatever. And think of January of 2020 when you went there to buy that food. And now think about it today. And like everything that you've bought is now double.
Oh yeah. Doubling is the average for sure. I remember when a 6-pack was $6.
Yeah.
Now a 6-pack is $12.
Yeah, no shit.
So double the price. I mean,
that's what, because I've pointed at examples like Tostino's pizza at Walmart, the cheapest pizza of them all, used to be 94 cents at Walmart. Now it's $2.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. And it's the same exact thing. It might actually even be smaller. So
I don't want to get into too much like boring stuff, but for anybody who watches this, guys in the chat or anybody later who comes along, if you want to guard yourself against the inflation, try to invest in things that have a rate that matches the inflation or outdoes it. That way you're not losing value on your dollars. It depends where you are. Talk to a banker if you can. I know that money's tight for a lot of people, but if you just take, $20, $30 per paycheck, 40. Back when I worked at Target when I was younger, and I was able to manage $100 per paycheck going into a 401k. I had another $50 going into, a CD account that would had a really good rate that, this locked up in the account. Yeah. But in 5 years, 10 years, it'll come back out more than what went in. And yes, there was inflation in that time frame, but that inflation did not catch the rate that I was getting. Also, investing in silver and gold. Yes, I know you can't spend silver and gold at the supermarket. Nope. But it won't lose value. Silver and gold they're not tied to the fiat system that ever since we got off the gold standard has been the best time to buy gold, because now it's the petrol dollar is going to fail at some point. All these electrical vehicles are coming out. It's not sustainable. So when the petrol dollar dies, guess what? We're all going to get America Bitcoin digital currency bullshit. And that's when the real fuckery is going to happen. And people are just going to have nothing's based on anything. It's all just ethereal digital numbers they can fuck around with. Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that is legit because the blockchain is verified, and the guy who created it has long since disappeared, probably murdered.
Yeah.
But there's so many people that bought into it that it does exist. Ever since Bitcoin came out, everybody wants to have the next Bitcoin, and they all end up being scams, all end up being rug pulls. The United States government is going to do that at some point. They're going to rug pull the whole fucking country in less than 20 years. And they're going to frame it as a great thing. They're going to say, man, it's a financial reset, and now we're all going to be better off because of it.
It'll be the end of Fight Club, where they were going to blow up all those banking headquarters to reset everybody. Now that wouldn't, that was all fictional anyway, but that definitely wouldn't work with today's cloud technology. Back in those olden days of the 90s, you used to be able to think of things like, you blow up the mainframe computer and it'll reset everything. Now the planet is the mainframe. But going back to what you said, it's like, I remember just, what was it, 2 years ago, like one of the digital currency things that was all the rage was those monkey pictures, those NFTs. Did that just quit? Did everybody was it just some sort of weird fad and it just poof, it went away?
Yeah, and NFT is completely weird. I mean, the moment they announced them, I was like, this is a very obvious scam. You're buying a JPEG that I can make a screenshot and now I have it too.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, but I own the JPEG and I can sell the JPEG for money. No, it's a JPEG. You paid money for a JPEG? You're fucking crazy. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my goddamn life, man. Even the Brooklyn Bridge story is like, well, there's a bridge that I can see it. It exists.
Yeah.
The JPEG, it's ethereal. It's not real. And everyone was trying to do it. I remember fucking Donald Trump had NFTs. Do you remember his?
I don't remember what they were. I just sort of remember.
They were all like funny pictures of him as like superhero or like a soldier. It's all like Trump like LARPing as characters and shit.
Okay.
And, I'm just like, bro, like it's a bad look, dude. I mean, I want to like you, but I just don't. I'm sorry. Like. During the 20.
Well, and then the other thing is like tied to all of this is also the rise of AI. I mean, because think about it. It's like, okay, the picture that I used for today's little stream, it's just an AI picture that I typed one sentence of dialogue and it spit it out. And I'm like, that's pretty much what I wanted. So think about like all the people that are just going to be out of work, like digital artists and shit. Because I don't need to pay you any money when I can just figure out how to type into an AI program and get what I want or close enough,
The AI is going to take a lot of jobs that are not even artist jobs. It's going to take programming jobs because it can do programming language itself. So if there's a code problem, it can find the code problem and fix it itself. As far as writers, part of my wife's job is that she has to write proposals and things.
Yeah.
That's going to be gone. AI will take that away.
One of my jobs at work, it's not my main job, thank Christ, but one of my jobs at work is I do a newsletter. Okay. And I get to do it because out of everything that I'm not good at much. Writing is one of them. and I'm sitting there going, I could probably figure out how to make AI do this for me. And then I would just be clicking a button once a month, and then anything that has to do with writing, that's gonna be gone eventually. And then think about the other jobs that can be easily AI'd. Payroll. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Payroll is just equations and math.
Yeah.
You would need a couple of humans per, job to oversee it, in
Yes.
case there, because there would be hiccups. It definitely wouldn't be perfect right out of the bat, but something like, like the people I work with right now, it's like they only have a couple of payroll people, and it's just a bunch of like AI programs and this and that do the hard work. Whereas I remember my first job that I got into like a management, I was working for a marketing company that was in all 50 states. And I remember being introduced to the payroll department. And this is like 1999 or something. And the payroll department was like 200 actual humans, filed away in cubicles. And I guarantee you, if that company is still around, they probably have about 10.
Yeah, and they're going to save a lot of money on the office space. They're going to save money on utilities and hiring and benefits. And I mean, there will always be a need for the human component to oversee it, like you said, but they really are going to cut it to the bare bones, down to just nothing. And the only humans that are going to be still around are the ones that can master the prompts and how to work the AI into doing the right thing at the right time.
Yeah. So
everybody out there, if you're good at making AI prompts, keep on practicing. I know Gummy Chainsaw does it. Dylan does it. You and I do it. There's going to be a time when, I mean, even now, like, my wife is very, very smart. She has a master's degree. I don't fucking have that. I'm an idiot. And I'll show her something like I made on an AI or whatever. And she'll be like, how do you get it to do these things? Because I can't get it to do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's just how you word it or what you describe or, I've always been big into writing and linguistics and whatnot. And it benefits me a lot when I try to get that fucking thing to do what I want it to do, because otherwise it'll just fight you. I tried to make that one yesterday about the postman, like the postal. I made a meme. I sent it to you, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be a mailman wearing a trench coat with a gun in his hand, and it kept spitting out cowboys. And I'm like, why the fuck is it spitting out cowboys? It's because I used the word pistol, not handgun.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So just that one word changed the whole picture. I mean,
because it's relating that one word to a whole
cowboys
archetype.
Yeah. Because it thinks pistol and it thinks a cowboy pistol. I just say pistol because that's what it is. But I was like, oh, I guess you have to say handgun. So then finally it did it the right way. But, it just goes to show you, there's like 30, 20 words in there and one made all the difference. So,
but I mean, eventually that's going to get fixed too. We're still in the infancy of all this shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because we can think back to just 2 years ago, back when, what was for free to the general public, you could, like Chat GPT, but you could ask it a question, you could get a pretty solid answer, but it was always going to be slanted to the left, no matter what you asked it. No matter, you couldn't ask it. If you asked did Trump say very fine people? But absolutely, he did. He said Nazis were very fine people. Like, no, he fucking didn't. He did not say that at all. I saw the whole clip. But anyway, that's a different topic. But
and here's the problem because the reason why it did that is because the AI is not really AI. It's a misnomer. It's predictive. It's predictive programming is what it is. So when you asked it that question, it went to every website that alleged to have answered the question.
Oh yeah.
And so that's where it draws the information from. The current problem right now with AI is that it's been out for so long and there's so much AI content on the web, it is now drawing from its own content.
Yeah.
And now it's getting things really wrong. So you have to really preface things when you ask it questions. Case in point, I ask it for financial advice. But if you ask it for regular financial advice, it's going to tell you whatever, JP Morgan will tell you, or Charles Schwab's going to give you bad advice. Or you say, okay, I want you to portray a character of a non-biased financial expert who has historical knowledge of precedent. Now I can ask it questions like, will the economy crumble And it's like, oh yeah, fiat money always crumbles and ours is overdue. Oh, cool. Thanks. You really have to, the AI is whatever you make it into being, but you have to be careful because certain AIs are, like Grok. I don't use Grok at all. Because the moment I ask Grok a controversial question, my ass is getting put on a list. I like to use the Chinese shit or the Russian shit because they're not going to report me. So
yeah, and they're not going to fly to America to arrest you. So
no, they don't. I've been using Russian websites ever since the torrenting days and ripping off video games and shit. So
there's still dummies out there that use torrents and stuff, and I'm like, why don't you just direct download your shit? This is the modern age. It's like the torrents, like if you recall, those were the ones where everybody, was getting busted. Because if you're using a torrent, by default, you're file sharing. And that's what was getting everybody in trouble, was the sharing. So if you're downloading, you're also you're seeding as well. And I was like, okay, I just won't use it. And there were people I worked with that got in trouble. They got letters from their cable company. One guy got some kind of fine from the government. I don't remember the whole story exactly. He didn't do jail time, but he got some sort of fine because he got busted sharing a lot. I remember back then, I was like, why don't you just find a site to just download? Because for whatever reason, that's okay. Let's just say the newest episode of Stranger Things, and there's BobPickleFeather.com website. Okay, Bob Picklefeather, the owner of that website, will get in trouble for having the episode. He might lose his web page. He might have fines or whatever. You won't get in this shit. There's no trouble. You just you can't use a file sharing program. Now, I don't know why there's been a loophole like that forever, but there basically is. So just don't share is what I'm getting at. Just don't share.
I could get into the legalities of it, but it's the way that torrents work compared to other file sharing. Is like you're taking pieces of files from different people. That's what the seeds are for. So it's like I'm not really ripping off the movie. I'm ripping off 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there from different sources. Now, if the file comes in one piece on my end, I have an IP blocker, so that's a good thing. It's called Pure Guardian back in the day. I don't know if they even still have that anymore, but now they have VPNs and shit like that. I don't pay money for nothing. I'm a cheap bastard. So if you guys want free VPN, use Opera browser. It's free, and I love it. I got to get going pretty soon.
I got you too. It's like what I tell everybody too. It's like, I'm not. Well, you probably have your setup to where you're safe as can be. It's like my setup is Firefox with a shitload of blockers, a shitload. Yeah. It's like I use Firefox. I know I'm invisible on the internet. I mean, I know I'm not, but
for years I used Firefox, and then I recently switched over to Opera. Opera's been out for a long time. There was actually a Nintendo Wii online was based on Opera, so even Nintendo at a certain point was using them.
That's right. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
because that was I remember just to kill time to. I thought it was pretty cool that the Nintendo Wii had its own built-in web browser. It was very limited in what you could do, but I was like, this is pretty cool because it was a new thing being able to surf the internet on your TV, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
But I hear you. It's like I'm actually starting to lose my voice a little bit.
Uh-oh.
But no, it's always good talking to you. It's like we'll need to cycle back in the future, and do the thing that we were talking about, like maybe watching some old Carney wrestling and going down that rabbit hole a little bit.
Yeah, that or the POR stuff, because like I said, Jim Cornette fucking hates that guy. He hates POR, and they recently got featured on Beavis and Butthead, and it's like, dude. If you're on Beavis and Butthead, you are now immortalized forever. So good job.
Yeah, we could watch some of that trash wrestling. That's no copyright infringement going to happen.
None
there.
whatsoever, buddy.
Just some dipshit holding his iPhone, filming a guy getting run over with a car.
It's awesome. I mean, I don't know. I know it's fucking salacious and exploitative, but it's so fun to watch. It is. So.
It is. At least for a quick moment. I couldn't watch probably 2 hours of it straight. That's like just starting your day and just saying, yeah, I'm going to eat nothing but Reese cups all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first couple are going to be great, but oh.
Well, I would like to get more into the history of wrestling when you're more like prepared for it, because I can sort of just riff off the cuff. I'm not like, I know general things. I don't have like names and dates, which I think would be more interesting for the audience if we can name names. I just know the generalized history of it started out being like a carnival thing, and then they didn't want to actually hurt each other anymore. And the one thing I want to touch upon is the entire point of pro wrestling, why it was invented, was so that people would stop getting hurt so much. And now here we are with like Hardy Boys and ECW and shit that the Carnies wouldn't have done that stuff. They wouldn't have hit each other with trash cans and ladders and shit. Like they'd have been like, what the fuck are you guys doing? We created this whole thing to protect you and you're fucking killing yourselves. Like, good job, guys.
Yeah, there's a saying, I'm going to butcher it. It's like the art of wrestling is making it look like you're killing your opponent, but you're as light as a feather. And now it looks like shit and it kills the other guy.
Yeah. It's so weird, right? Like I can't comprehend it.
Yeah. Now that's why it's like in my older years, I have more of an appreciation of like, 80s wrestling. It's like, it's like, man, it really looked like, I'm just making this. I was like, wow, it really looked like Rick Rude was reckless with that pile driver, but actually the guy's head never even touched the mat. It just looked that fucking way because they were that fucking good.
Yeah, I recently went back and I watched a bunch of Halloween Havocs, and I watched the one that ended with Ric Flair and Hogan in the cage match with Sherry, Sensational Sherry was jumping in and out, and Mr. T was the referee. Now Hulk Hogan, as we know, is not the best worker in the world.
Yeah.
But he's good at drama and he's good at pacing, and like him and Ric Flair, I mean, that cage match was like the best fucking Hulk Hogan match I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I can agree. It was definitely one of his best matches of all time. Yeah. It doesn't get celebrated at all. Like no one talks about it.
I thought it was fantastic, and I thought to myself, well, what makes it so good, right? There's no senton bomb, there's no fucking moonsault. There's, what makes it so good? It's they're telling a story. Yeah, and all throughout the match, there's like a little plot twist and another little plot twist, and you don't need to be flying off the walls and shit. You just need to know how to work the crowd, and that's really all it is. So,
but if we're talking about old guys, we gotta give a shout out to the Ultimate Warrior being one of the old guys that's dead and being just reckless piece of shit.
You know what? I am not an Ultimate Warrior fan, but I am a Jim Hellwig fan. I like Jim Hellwig and his raw, no nonsense bullshit.
I'm picking up on what you're putting down.
Yeah,
Ultimate Warrior. Pretty much everything that had to do with him in wrestling, he was a gigantic piece of garbage about. But outside of the ring, I think he would have been a very, very fun guy to, I
like it. I like Jim Hellwig. I mean, his character was kind of dumb, and changing his name was dumb. But like when it comes to the man himself, it's like he had a fucked up upbringing, had daddy issues. He was a scrawny little twerp, and ended up becoming a total badass bodybuilder. And when he talks about motivation, when he talks about overcoming your issues, like he's a great motivational speaker, he's a great philosopher, he's a terrible fucking wrestler and bad at storytelling, so take it for what you will.
Well, I mean, because I don't think maybe I will, I don't know, but like Ultimate Warrior is one of the guys I've just always deeply hated for his wrestling and anything involving in his wrestling. But like the worst story I ever heard, and if Dylan's still here, he might have heard it too. The worst thing he ever did, in my opinion, was this. And I remember this story, and I was like, man, this guy's a cold-hearted motherfucker. All right, so he's leaving the WWF, and there was a woman that worked in the offices of the WWF, a complete no-name person, just worked in the office. I'm not even sure what her job was exactly, but Ultimate Warrior and her always got along, and he thought, it's like, well, I'm leaving. I could use a personal assistant. It's like, would you like to be my personal assistant? Now, you'll have to move to Arizona, but I'd hire you to be my personal assistant. And he, promised her a wage and this and that. So she put in her notice, quit the WWF, packed up a U-Haul, drove to Arizona, and and when she got there and knocked on his door, it was like, well, I'm here. I'm ready to start my career as the Ultimate Warrior's personal assistant. He just goes, nah, I changed my mind.
Oh, fuck.
And it gets worse. Okay, so she's obviously just like, what the can't comprehend how someone could be this evil. And she goes to call the WWF to beg for her fucking job back. And Vince McMahon personally blocked it. He is just like, I don't know if it was part of like he was pissed off at the Ultimate Warrior for his business dealings with him or what, but he basically said, you made your bed and you'll lie in it, and we're not going to hire you back. And that woman ended up.
Oh, fuck.
So that's why it's like, I clarify it. Look, anything to do with wrestling, he's a complete piece of shit. And that's part of his wrestling. So,
well, he hated the whole industry too. He talked shit about the industry. And I want to address the chat. That was not my wife. That was my daughter. It's time for bed, and she's kind of asking me to tuck her in or whatever.
Yeah, I gotcha. And so we're gonna wrap her up.
No worries. And before you guys go, I want to show you a horrible, bizarre thing that happened to my face, because it'll either make you sick or keep you up at night. Check out my fucking nose right here. Look at that. Oh, yummy. A bunch of pus and blood exploded out of the side of my nose. And I don't know why it happened, and now I have this bloody, pussy thing on my nose. So cool.
Well, we promised Gapes and we promised Squirts, and we got both.
Yeah, I got the Squirts. Oh shit!
All right, guys, I'm gonna hit the end stream now. Play some music, and buddy, I guess I'll talk to you later.
Absolutely, and. Everybody out there, make sure that watch more wrestling, because it's good for your brain. And if you haven't already, thank your local psychopath. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great one. We'll talk later.